All right, welcome everybody to episode 10 of Honor Bound. Appreciate everybody stopping by. To my guests as well, Barak, Danko, and Toetmined. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy testing ground schedule to be here and discuss these topics with me. Soresu, can you ask Barak if he drank the bottle of vodka yet? Barak, have you drank the bottle of vodka yet?
Wow.
Otto's asking, bro.
I mean, no, I didn't.
No. Otto.
No.
The answer is no. Okay.
I'm planning to do it after the stream. I'm gonna make a small party with myself and my brother.
There
Danko, what are you laughing at? Danko. Danko, listen. You didn't have the balls when you go face cam. Like, chill out, dude. Chill out.
Okay, so I put the topics for this episode in chat, but the topics are going to be transitioning from playing exclusively 1s or 2s to competitive 4s, the roles the tournament plays in that transition, and the testing ground changes that just came out. So we'll start with the with transitioning from 1s to 2s. Mr. Toetmined, as somebody who has been playing a lot of 1s lately, and you've won one Coliseum, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me how it's been, because you have a forest team now, you've been practicing and everything like that. So tell me how the transition has been from being pretty much just a duelist to playing in 4v4 competitive.
Okay, so starting off, like, I played ranked duels strictly from season 8 until like the end of season 12, and then I had the idea to finally play some Force and like take it seriously, completely start off with a team. So Adamiak, me, Herman, and Marcus had the idea to, be in a Force team and start off like not playing normal M, but like sort of playing as a team already and search for scrims to like get the experience we never had. Like Herman, just me and Herman never had before. Like Marcus had some experience in Force. Adam played a lot of Force, even though he was a strict duels player too for a long time. So the thing was, I had no idea about Force at all. No idea. Every time I got questioned when I streamed about specific Force stuff, I couldn't give a single answer. And I was really insecure about making mistakes in Force rather than like just doing what I think was right. So I didn't do anything. I just in fights, for example, I just watched and waited for specific stuff, which was like not the correct way. I could have just asked for many things I should have done, but I just didn't. I just played and tried to do duels anywhere I could in 4v4. And the transition, like now already, it's been a few weeks now that I've played 4v4. I still have what I feel like not really the best experience I've had so far. I can't really tell you. Dude, Barak. There's like still much to learn, except like in our team, for example, the general gameplay.
Dude, what is Barak
The general
doing?
gameplay seems to be fine currently, but things like callouts, they are just completely
new
out of
to
this
you.
world.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do you mind if I turn off face cam for a bit? Just a bit.
Sure. Like, we know basic things like guard breaking for unblockables or like bashing so your teammate can confirm heavies and like the most basic stuff, but we don't have callouts for when we just want to finish off a guy really fast. We don't have callouts for rotations really. Like, that really needs more time than we had already. Like, the transition from 1s to 4s, I think, takes way more time than I expected it to take when I first started playing 4s. Like, I thought I could like get used to everything in a couple of weeks, but it will take much more time for us to like be certain on what we can do, to know our playstyles and our team, like, because we have just formed for playing 4v4s.
Yeah.
That team. So yeah, that will take a lot of more time than I expected.
Okay, so it's a bit more sorry, it's a bit more of a daunting task then, to get used to how fours is played at a competitive level as opposed to duels, where duels it's pretty much just on you knowing the matchup and largely your reactions in the game.
Yeah.
But fours, there's a lot more to it. Was that you said that it took a lot more time? Was there anything else that you feel like was more difficult than originally anticipated when you started playing fours, or is it just you think it's just the amount of time to get used to it?
I think that the difficult stuff for like that didn't like make me have a difficult situation, because I had teammates that wanted me to, be in their force team that could give me an easier time to get into force.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like other players may not have the same privilege I had to get used to force fast if they want to transition from ones to fours. Like you need to have some people that know how you play, I think, to get the transition faster done.
Yeah. Yeah, synergy between teams is also very helpful because
Yeah.
there are, with any kind of new team, even if you're with very skilled people, if you guys don't have a lot of synergy, then some things that are super easy to do and super obvious, like guard breaking for and unblockable, might not always be as consistent because you don't know, is this other person going to feint, or is he expecting me to guard break? And then you'll guard break because it's what you're supposed to do, and then the other person will feint or something like that. So that's something that just basically comes with playing. And if you already have that on some level, it definitely can be easier to transition and play fours at the way it's supposed
I mean,
to.
when you like start from playing once only, you don't even have a clue about guard breaking for heavies. I
Right.
think.
Yeah, or like what
Like
ganking is.
of course, you like if you just played once only and then transition to force. Of course, you just want to like duel every way possible you can, as like especially if you know you're a good duelist or you can be a good duelist. You're just searching for situations
Yeah.
where you can duel, and you do not care about your teammate in specific gang situations, and that's the most important thing about force.
Yeah.
Like getting things done fast in a specific team composition, and like 2v1 situations, 3v1 situations, and stuff like that.
Have you, in your scrims and everything, have you found that your 1v1 experience has helped you in 1v1 situations in
Definitely,
Force? Okay.
actually.
Do you
Just
find that
one
you're
thing.
actually able to, or do you find you get rotated on a bit more and you're not actually able to kill somebody as quickly?
The thing is, like, when I duel, I like only care about that specific duel. I have like I tunnel vision a bit,
Yeah.
and if I then get ganked, I like need a few seconds to get used to that situation, and then I'm able to maybe survive for a bit longer or stall in a 2v1 situation.
Mm-hmm. Who do you normally play? So
I play Conqueror on mid.
you play Conk in mid, and now is that on
Mhm.
live or is that on testing grounds?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Normal and testing grounds.
Okay, that's actually interesting. It kind of makes sense because mid is usually, depending on the map, is a pretty big 1v1. So that's kind of an interesting place to put you. I was curious if you would play somebody like Shaman who does ganking but is also really good at 1v1ing. If that would be a character you would be comfortable playing.
Yeah, like the thing is, Conqueror on mid is like the best character to 1v1 other mid players. Like in general, Conqueror is like the lane bully who can win, like who can pressure the other mid player, of course. But in ganking, he's like not one of the best.
Right.
Like Lawbringer can be good in mid and can also be really great at ganking, while Conqueror is not the best ganker, but can win against Lawbringer and like can bully Lawbringer a bit. I don't know how to talk about this. Maybe like Barak can explain this better.
Yeah, if Barak.
I mean, Conquer. Here's the thing with Conquer. Conquer is a lot about, like this used to be a lot back in the day. If a mid player outplays hardly the other one, you can pick Conquer and just 50-50. Like unless he has insane reads or insane gameplay, it's very hard to interrupt Kong from killing minions with his zone. So you can either go the 50-50 route, which is always gonna turn out into a 50-50. Like it's guaranteed to be a 50-50, unless the other guy spends time on killing you, which is very, very hard as a conqueror. Like, especially with minions and unlocks, it's wow, hard.
But is it the normal strategy for Conqueror or against Conqueror to let him farm and ignore him and just keep farming yourself? Like, isn't that the normal
that's
thing?
because you can out minion him. But when it gets to like everyone is in their opposite team's mode, it's kind of hard because it's not gonna be 50-50. It's gonna be 50-50. But like otherwise, it's gonna be like the Kensei or Nobushi or Lawbringer is gonna outclear Conqueror because he has that.
Yeah.
Conqueror used to be much better and he wasn't picked back then for some reason when he had the heal on block on minions.
Mm-hmm.
And now that removed, it's like first of all, I don't really see Conqueror in the meta. It's just Toetmined trying something. I disagree with him. It happens. Everyone has their opinion. I just think Conqueror is better. But now in the testing round, it's kind of okay. Like he has
his bashes are more dangerous now.
Yeah, exactly. But generally, Kong should 50-50. If he tries to play the guy in mid, it's gonna be hard because you're gonna spend a lot of time. You can bully the guy, but if it's Silencer, he's gonna react to every bash.
Right.
If it's Crushmeister, he's gonna react to every bash.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard, especially if he's Lawbringer or Ken. Actually, Ken say I'm not sure if he can punish. I would like to get the.
I don't think he can. No. Okay.
So yeah, Kong is basically. Okay, Otto said something very interesting. Is it often beneficial to have 50-50 fun for the other teams since other mid characters have better fits too though? It's interesting. If you do 50-50 fun, like the other team has better fits. So you're gonna basically it's basically you don't wanna let them get their fits. Like that's a lot about mid 1v1. If enemy guy gets fits and you don't, you lose it. Toetmined, please confirm.
I mean, do you think that one thing that holds Conk back from being good was part of his feats?
Exactly.
Like,
very bad fits. Very bad fits.
Yeah, all of his feats are subpar.
Wow,
except for body count.
Tier 4, catapult. If you're not Toetmined and get 3 people with it, it's very bad.
It's a huge mid clear. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I think Conk doesn't have really a place in this meta, but due to us not being that really good in For Honor, and that's a bit controversial. Conk can be playable and winnable. Although I haven't seen it that much from PG to be winnable, but yeah. But you know, like if Silencer picks Conk, I think he can win a bit.
Yeah, and that's more of a testament to Silencer's reactions than the character necessarily, I would say.
I mean, reaction. Listen, if you pick Lawbringer, in mid, it's not about reactions anymore. It's just about raids, and if it's about raids, you can outplay Silencer very easily. I can outplay him a lot.
Yeah.
But if it's not about raids and it's about reaction, Silencer is gonna destroy you. He's gonna come for you. Same with Crushmeister. No way.
Yeah. Okay, so Danko, I kind of want to pose the same question to you that I posed to Toetmined. You've played pretty much just once before you started playing in competitive fours, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so then can you tell me a little bit about how your transition from being primarily just a duelist to a competitive fours player, like how that's been for you?
It's been a lot of fun, especially because Barak noticed me in duels, and he kind of got me a squad.
I always had faith in Danko. I still have faith. I still think he fucks up a lot of punishes, a lot of janks. I force him actually to play 2v2 and for first game more than the others. But I see a lot of talent. I see a lot of talent in other people. Like I can on the spot If I see a player is good, I'll call it out. If I see him is bad, I will shit up him on the spot.
That's true. That's very true.
Like Danko can confirm it. Like I recognize good players instantly,
Yeah, he does.
but not necessarily good players, but like potential good players. I've done some investments. Like for example, Otto was my investment. I was the first to believe in him. I was the first to fucking. I'm sorry for saying. I was the first to like train him in ganking, and look at him now. Look at him now. He's on the second best team.
He's on the second best team. Oh, okay. So we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, Barak. Okay, so all right. So Danko, you were saying before Barak said something.
Yeah, I was talking basically about Barak noticing me and trying to like make me better in Force. And now I'm on Hotspot Gaming and I'm trying to get better.
And Hotspot was your first Force team, correct?
That's not true. I was on a Force team with Dadlord, Mr. Fluffy Dino, and Odd Mojo before I went to a Hotspot.
Okay.
But I low-key betrayed them and joined Hotspot, and I kind of feel bad about it. But
No, you don't. You don't. Shut up. You don't.
Okay, I don't. My team captain
I mean,
said so.
we snacked that lord now, so they would have missed 2 now.
Listen. I gave him best yellow of his life. First of all. Second of all, he had very big problems, which I noticed, and I took advantage of it and put them in arguments. I said, Odd Mojo is thunder dedicated. True, Danko?
At the time, it was true because nobody was
Okay,
motivated
it was
to
true.
play the
Nobody
game.
cares about else. Who else was it? Mr. Fluffy said he wants to quit the game.
Yeah, he wanted to play Monster
Yeah,
Hunter.
multiple times already, I think.
Yeah. Dude Lord and Odd Mojo were looking bad. I saw talent. I saw on the spot. As I told you, I immediately recognized talent. And I said, Danko, I want you on a hotspot. Because Ghost and pretended
Legion.
to leave for like... And Legion pretended to leave for like... forever. And then he came back 2 days later and I had to kick someone, but that's another story. So I took Danko on the spot.
Alright.
I saw talent. I tell him, you have 1 week to learn Shaman. Guess what? He became best Shaman in the world 1 week. This is what I see. I see talent and I invest in it. I'm like stock market investor, but
Okay. You're the For Honor stock market investor. Okay. Very cool.
like I still like if Danko leaves, I don't care, dude. I have 10 other players that I'm
Whoa.
ready. Listen. I have 10 other
Dude.
players. I see talent. I take them. I invest them, and it's gonna be good.
Wow.
That's a bit rude.
That-
Quite
yeah.
honest. But
Feels expendable, man. Holy
Listen.
crap.
Danko is. If it's someone to leave from hotspot, Danko will be the last. First one to leave is Ghost of Vedos.
Oh, somebody clip it and send it to Ghost.
No, he knows that. He knows that. He says every day, "Oh, I want to quit the game. I want to focus more on my life." And he does that, and he comes back like second day. "Oh, I want to play. Can I please be invited back, please?" Imagine I say this with French accent. That would be much better. That would be Ghost.
I see.
Danko,
Let me
you're good
just
at accents.
increase.
I'm not.
You are. Remember when you made the Russian accent?
I do, yeah, but that's because I learned Russian.
Okay. Let's change the topic. What was the
Well,
topic?
I've been trying to talk. I've been trying to talk to Danko for 2 minutes, and I can't because. Well,
2 minutes? I took for 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay, so you were so Hotspot was not your first Force team, but the team you were on previously. Did you guys scrim and play in tournaments at all?
We played in one tourney. We placed second because Hotspot forfeited
Nice.
in the grand finals. And yeah, that's about it. We played in one tourney.
Okay, and did you guys
We
scrim
played in
very
a
often?
lot of scrims. Yeah, because it was about the time that Foreign Trials was born, basically.
Okay, gotcha. So you may have only played in one tournament, but you had a decent amount of experience with this set of these other 3 people.
Yeah, decent
Okay.
amount of experience. I was a 2v2 partner with Dudlord as well, so that helped.
Okay, so now you're on Hotspot. Have you noticed that your experience with this team previously has been able to carry over, or have you noticed that it's the transition has been much easier with hotspot, or has it been about the same?
That was basically all the same. I just learned. That's all. We
Mhm.
scrimmed almost every day.
Oh, that's
And
very
that helped me a
subjective
lot.
opinion. That's very. I kind of disagree. Like on your team, you had to be the man.
Oh yeah,
And
I
say-
was the captain on my team. That was
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
okay.
like,
Sure.
Yeah.
you go there, you go there. Now he has the best captain.
yeah.
I told him where
That's
to
very
go.
true.
I tell him where to go, he does that, and that results in us winning games. Like that's
So-
all.
so
That's
that's
all.
actually-
It's different.
That's actually something interesting that I did not know. So you went from being almost exclusively a 1v1 player to being the person that did the callouts and everything in 4v4. Like how did that go? Did you have a baseline of experience with what 4 is required and to make those callouts, or was that just you were learning as you went process?
I used to watch a lot of scrim streams,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of knew what to do and how to rotate somewhat decently.
Mhm.
But I was definitely not the man to make callouts. I don't have enough experience for that.
Agreed.
Interesting. Yeah, it seems okay. So I'm just curious, like, who made the decision to make you the person for call outs? Is that like a team thing, or did nobody really step up and you just said, okay, I'll step up because I have some experience, some knowledge of it at least?
It was me because I made the team. Me and Dadler basically just said we won the team because we needed one, and yeah, I became the captain.
Okay. Okay, so that's interesting.
Also,
so you put a lot of faith in yourself. That's
Unorthodox
cool.
pointed out that I have a lot of matchmaking experience with him and comp player, and that helped me in Force as well.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't, dude. No, we didn't. Listen, like you have to learn everything from me. I taught you everything,
Okay, it was all Barak. It was all Barak.
dude. Come on, like don't be sarcastic. I admit it.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, listen. Most teams have very different strategies, and the strategy I told you, it's one of the best, if not the best.
Mhm.
Agreed? You cannot disagree.
I cannot disagree. Yeah.
So
Dude, do I turn like? Am I Donald Trump right now? Am I acting like him? Like
okay, Tote. So I kind of with Danko being a person who does calls. Do you do the main callouts on your team, or is that somebody else's?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Agreed.
the main
Agreed.
callouts from our team come from Adamiak.
Oh, Adamiak. Okay.
Like
that's very
currently
interesting.
it's like Adamiak who like Adam has the most Force experience of our team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck off, Barak. It's not like I've been a duelist for this entire time.
Oh my god.
Why should I do callouts when I have like experience of like a
Right,
few weeks?
Yeah, and that's why
Listen.
that's why I was asking, because like I did not expect Danko to tell me that he was doing callouts on his first team, like at all. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, he's a duelist, he's not gonna know. So that's why I'm like, I wonder if Toetmined did the same thing. Barak, is it possible for you not to like roast everybody when they get brought up? Like, come on, brother.
Everyone, every time, all the time.
I mean, listen. I love Adam. Adam is very good friend of mine. But Adam knows himself. He's not the best for it. His strategies could use some works. That's all I have to say. Adam knows this as well. He doesn't have to negate it. I invite Adam sometimes, and I try to teach him as much as I can.
Dang. How do I
right now,
how do I get in on these
strategies-
lessons, brother?
How do you get in?
Yeah.
One. Danko, give me a good price. What should be a good price?
A good price. Oh, I'm gonna pay for it now. Yeah,
5 minutes.
that's a hard minus. What?
I don't know. Like I do it with friends. I teach Adam because he's one of my friends. That's all.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was
Like
that was
Adam.
more
Adam,
sarcastic.
you're in chat. Confirm that I try to teach you. I'm very supportive of you. I like you. What do you mean you never taught me? Dude, that's why I'm so mad. Dude, listen. Every time I sub for your team, I try to do the best and teach you the most. If I get tilted, that's a second story. But even when I'm tilting, I realize what I'm there, and I try to change my mindset and help you improve. Herman, please confirm. I screamed with you multiple times. Toet, you can confirm as well.
Okay. So let's. You never taught me anything. Feels bad, man. Okay, so let's.
Listen. Adam is a big memer. That's why. Adam like knows. In reality, I taught him a lot. I taught him strategy. Actually, I taught him. I don't know if he took it to heart or if he learned from it, but I was there to teach him.
Got you. I have a question,
Alright.
Barak. Is my stream on your left side or is it on your right side?
Listen, I have 49-inch monitor. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's this big. It's this big, dude. It's this big.
I'm sure. I'm
I'm
sure.
not talking about my dick, but it's this big.
Okay. Nobody thought you were, but thank you for clarification. Because every time you'll look to your left, which is where Tote is, and you're like right here like this. I'm just curious if
Listen,
you're talking
I look to my
into
left
the stream.
when I'm watching myself. I watch my beautiful eyes. And my
That's the
beautiful...
wrong side on stream. Wow, I have to literally.
Yeah, you
if I
have
want
to. Yeah,
look
you have to
towards
look to
that
your
side,
right.
watch
Yeah.
there
Just gotta
if
that
I want
side.
to see myself. I watch this if I want to see like what's going on in chat.
Gotcha. Okay.
But-
So let's
So everyone to understand. And repeat. This is watching myself, which I do most of the time, and this is watching chat. I watch chat when I'm bored, but I'm usually not bored because I watch myself and I like myself. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
So we have a narcissist.
Danko, what's your
Excellent.
opinion?
Okay. So
Danko, what's your opinion? Danko.
And this
I
is
need
where we
the
have
opinion
to
of Danko.
yeah. Okay. So Barak, let's reel it back in. So you've been playing ones, twos, and fours for a long time. You've been prominent in twos and fours. Have you done ones tournaments at all?
Yes.
Okay. How many? Like, have you done a bunch of them or just a few?
Yes.
Okay. So and
I've done a lot of them.
you've done all of them, every single one.
Not every single one,
Gotcha.
but I've been trying to become competitive since season 2.
Okay.
Season 2, when all my friends left me, and I started playing competitive. Okay.
Okay. So then, before you started playing competitive, what were you mainly playing, or were you just playing everything? Like
I was playing 1v1. I was every weekend there was like Ichigo tournament. Not Ichigo. What was their name?
Strawberry?
Yeah.
No. It was like season 1, season 2, season... Okay, Mooley was playing in it.
Okay.
And my hardest competition was Mooley. And when I finally overcome Mooley, I was very happy.
Okay.
And that was season 2, season 3, season 4 was learning period for me. I wasn't that good. I'll admit. In season 5, I've left my teammate because he couldn't play one tournament. And I got this guy one terrain. And I won a 2v2 tournament. For the first time, I won a real 2v2 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when my competitive... what's it called? Competitive... career started to start. Big career. Don't.
So, okay, so then before that, you said you were just playing ones then.
Like, listen, before that, nobody had the talent to see potential like me. So nobody saw potential in me.
Okay.
But I proved everyone wrong.
Okay. I understand,
okay, so
but what...
I got a better teammate.
Yeah.
And I won 2v2, destroyed. Wow. Okay, then I became recognized. Legion messaged me. He asked me about making teams. I started playing with Legion. That went bad. I started playing with Nuinto. That went bad. I started making my own. Wow, very bad team. Melbeam, Harper, and Presmo. Very bad. Then I made Hotspot. I got very good players for Hotspot. I got White Wolf, Ghost Overdose, and Orthodox. Orthodox back then wasn't big player. Orthodox was just moved from console. Everyone give him no respect. I saw his potential. Got him into streams.
Yeah.
I took Orthodox on my team. We destroyed. We didn't destroy in the beginning. 1 month was like learning period. After this 1 month, wait 1 second. I'm sorry. What was the question first?
I asked what you played before. I asked what game mode you played before you started being competitive, and you're talking about how good you are at scouting out talent, Barak. Like, bro. Okay, so what game mode did you play before you started getting competitive in season 2?
1v1. I played 1v1.
You played 1v1s. Okay.
All day.
Did you find it?
I had Reptile, big coach. He taught me everything about Berserker.
Okay, so did you find it difficult to start playing competitively, whether it was 2s or 4s or whatever?
Yes, but due to my teammate.
Not due to your limited experience in 1s, but due to your teammates.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, listen. This might sound very egotistical, but as soon as I change teammate, I destroy.
Are you?
Don't, why are you laughing?
Okay, so.
Don't.
Are you sure? Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna go down the road.
No. I want
Okay.
the question. I like Spotlight.
Okay, so you didn't find the transition difficult. When you in season 2, season 3, season 4, were you playing mainly 2s tournaments or 4s tournaments? Like what?
I think one tournament. And
Just
then I became
once?
2s tournament,
Okay.
and then I became 4s tournament.
Okay.
But 4s tournament was the hardest transition. From 2s to 4s was very hard. It took me like 3 seasons
Why?
to become the best. Why?
Yeah.
Because shit teammates. Dude, listen. It might sound honest, but it was very hard for me to find a team. Everyone was taken.
So
Nobody
okay,
wanted to play for me.
no, wait. So you're telling me that from season 2, when you started being competitive, to now, your skill has been the same. You have always been the best. No. Oh, okay. So
listen.
you can attribute some of it. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Until season 4, I was good berserker, best berserker in town. In season 5, berserker got reworked. I got big boost. Like there was a big 1v1 tournament, 64 people, Rave Lord, Berets, Legion, all the big names in there, and guess who won it?
I got it. But okay. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around how it's always your teammates' fault and not your own. Because because you said okay, wait. So because you said during all of this that you were bad from like season 2 to like season 4 when it came to competitive, right? Okay.
I mean, I wasn't bad. I was.
But that's what you said. You said you were bad. That was your words.
Okay, you know Requiems. I was their level. I wasn't bad, but I was somewhat top.
You were better than average.
Way better than average.
Okay.
I was like average on competitive, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so if you were at this level from season 2 to season 4, that has to be attributed somewhat to your skill and not just your teammates, right? Because you can still perform well absent of your teammates' performance. And if
Yes.
So it can't necessarily just always be your teammates as to why the transition was so bad for you. There's a different skill set that is involved in 2s and 4s, right? So like how did you gain that skill set? Was it just playing? Was it watching other people? Like how did you?
I have a very good argument for this. First, there's like a lot of player types in first. There's always the 1 second.
Big phone call.
Okay,
chat.
there's always, it was important message from my father. I'm sorry.
That is okay.
That is not very important. There is right now mechanical skill, which let me give you examples. I'm bad example. I'm hybrid. Silencer is very good mechanical skill. Ghost Overdose is very good mechanical skill. Any of the Requiems is very good mechanical skill. And then there is strategic skill. There's big brain skill.
Yes.
And that is not that. I mean, it is common. A lot of people pretend that they're. Wait 1 second. There's a lot of people who know a lot about the game and how to play, but they aren't very good mechanical.
Sure.
But like there's some hybrids, which I consider myself to be one. Another good example is Clutchmeister, very good mechanical, very good strategy. And there's very good strategic people that, like, for example, Zero Crack and Squareband. And most people who transition from once to 44, I've noticed there's a big pattern. They're all mechanical skill. Danko is mechanical skill. Silencer is mechanical skill. Ghost Overdose is mechanical skill. Sedmix is hybrid, actually. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Most people that come are mechanical skill, but it's not limited. It's not limited.
Okay. So it's basically the micro versus macro.
Listen. What I'm trying to say is that there are two types of players in For Honor. There is mechanical skill, and there is strategic skill.
Yeah.
I think right now in For Honor, there are a lot of strategic skills with not necessarily that good mechanics. And I think there should be a lot more hybrids. Like, there shouldn't be one strategic player on the team, and there should be one hybrid, or at least multiple hybrids. You understand?
Yes. You're talking about the difference between micro and macro play, and how the top level teams are full of members who are good at both micro and macro play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, on my team, I am the captain. I'm the one that calls out. I will admit to the stream, I'm not the best strategic player. I try my best to be, but Danko can confirm. I'm one of the best, but not the best. Confirm, Danko?
Confirm.
Confirmed. Due to mostly being tilting.
Yes, tilt is a very big issue.
Yeah, that's my weakness, but we don't look into it. But there is Scoreband, who is, wow, extremely big brain. Then there is Zero Crack, who is, wow, extremely big brain.
Yes.
Then there's Clutchmeister, who is, wow, extremely big brain. And I say when you're transitioning from ones to fours, you gotta choose what you want to be. And most people, it's not about choosing. It's more natural for you. Most people that are playing ones, they are good mechanically. That's what ones is about. It's all mechanic.
Yeah.
44 is it adds another layer. It's macro skill.
Mm-hmm.
And macro skill is in For Honor not that hard, but it's still there. Like, you can outplay. Listen, you can have 4 players on one team that will lose to the 4 other players in 1v1s, 2v2s, whatever, and still win because of macro skill.
Yes.
Understandable?
Yeah, for sure. I've brought up this example before, but I was playing with the 4-stack against another 4-stack. It had Ravelord and a couple other people, and I don't remember. But we beat them in more team fights. We had more objective score. We had less deaths, but we lost the game because they had better rotations. We beat them on the scoreboard on everything, but they had better rotations.
Like, I've noticed a lot about NA. It's a lot more about strategic skill than mechanical skill. Have you noticed that as well? Danko, please confirm.
Oh, you're talking.
Yes, I have also noticed that NA is much more strategic than EU.
Like, you hear people talk about a lot more strategy than talking about mechanical skill or like team fights. Like, listen, look at any 2v2 team. Most of them are EU. Best ones are EU. Worst ones, I don't want to say worst ones, but not the best are NA. Like, I haven't seen any good 2v2 NA team.
Mm-hmm. So, what about transitioning then? Like, how does 2s help with 4s? Because I hear a lot about that the 2s is like a garbage thing for tournaments. That it's much better to practice. So, like, the practice you would get in 2s, it's much better if you just went into 4s and practice it. Like, who said that? I've heard many people talk about that. I've seen.
Tell him that he's wrong. Tell him that he's wrong.
Okay, he's wrong. Wrong. All of them are wrong. Okay.
Yes. 2v2 2v2 is very good for learning team fights, especially if you play on Revenge on. 2v2 helps you team fight better, which in 1v1, most players come actually from 1v1. If you look at 44, everyone in season 1 started in 1v1. Then they moved to 44. I would like to say slowly, but
Okay.
no, actually I don't know that much about season 1, season 2, season 3 competitive play. I was season 5 plus competitive player. I'm kind of late to the party.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay, so you're of the opinion
Everyone
that
started in
practicing
1v1.
twos is good for
That's for
fours.
sure. That's for sure. Everyone started for 1v1. People had the process to move to 44 way earlier.
So you're of the opinion that practicing twos is good for fours.
Yes.
Okay, so then
Listen, it helps you team fight. Like 2v2 is gonna be the most common team fight you're gonna have. 2v2 until zero crack rotates from mid and it's 3v2. You understand?
okay. So Danko, I'll basically ask the same thing to you as somebody who is somewhat new to the force scene, and Barak has said multiple times that he forces you to play twos. Have you noticed that the playing and practicing twos has helped your team fighting and been useful?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I haven't really practiced yet, but yeah, it helps. I can confirm.
Okay.
It helps. Like, listen, it's obvious. It helps team fights. Most common fight is 2v2. But the problem is in 2v2, there's no fits, which is it's a very big impact in 44. Fits can single-handedly win the fight. It can tell you very much because player has little skill but tier 4 and he can win the fight. Make sense?
Yeah. So what about you? Do you play much in twos?
Well, when like 2v2s we're usually doing when not enough of our team members are online to actually do 4v4 scrims. So
Mhm.
we just do 2v2s against another team.
Okay.
And I think like that is also like basically any training we can get currently is helping our team. Like I don't know how it is when we have enough experience to be certain that we can beat other teams.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's gonna change. Well, like if there's a specific training that's better for us right now, but currently every training helps us.
Yeah. Okay. So then, have you noticed that what you're learning and what you're experiencing in twos is transitioning well to fours?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. So then we can come back to Danko and ask him like what has been the most helpful for you transitioning from ones to fours? Was it actually just being able to play scrims a bunch? Was it actually being part of a team you can play with consistently? Like what helped you personally the most transition from ones or to competitive fours?
Oh, definitely having friends that play 4v4s, that can play 4v4s with me. If I didn't, I wouldn't play because I would be too nervous to make big mistakes in 4v4 scrims.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just having a solid foundation and support from other people is
Yes.
the biggest factor.
That's the biggest factor,
Okay.
at least for me.
And then, so when you play in tournaments, is that still something that you hold, or do you look to something else while you're in the middle of a tournament for, to keep for your skill for you to keep playing, as opposed to what you would look for in ones.
I didn't really understand the question.
So you were saying that the support system and the foundation from your teammates is really what's helped you the most with the transition to fours.
Definitely. Having a good atmosphere in a team is very helpful in playing well.
Okay, sounds good.
Too bad it doesn't have it.
I was going to say part of the reason I ask is because I've heard from multiple sources that sometimes the environment in hotspot can be less than optimal and friendly.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it is. Yeah, especially if we don't win every fight, or if we fail a gang, it can get very heated.
Yeah.
Some people will get flamed.
Yeah.
And
Danko.
maybe some keyboards will be broken, but otherwise it's really good. It's very good.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Barak?
Was I about to say something?
Yeah, you unmuted.
I say
you
that.
unmuted
Listen.
your microphone, so I assumed you were gonna say something.
Yeah. I wanted to say something. I wanted to say that he's talking about 44 comps in hotspot. They're not that great, but they at least do one thing. They keep on joking. They keep on keeping the morale big. And in this game, keeping on the morale big is very important.
Yes.
We have very. Danko, please take the stage.
Um,
Yeah, no, listen. I'll continue.
okay.
We have good jokes. We keep everyone happy. We keep up everyone in the mood to play. Like once I go tilted, everyone is playing worse. So that's why I try myself to exercise. I try to talk to people and try to get less tilted.
Yeah.
But that's just a weakness of mine, and I have to not necessarily accept it because that would be the biggest mistake, but try to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So once I go tilted, team goes in a bad mood because I'm the one that usually keeps the team in a good mood. Right, Danko, confirm?
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
A lot of jokes come from Barak.
It doesn't matter they're cringy. It just keeps them in good mood.
Yes.
Okay, but once I go tilted, Danko has like 3-4 abilities. He has to make a joke to keep me to like recover me from tilted mode. And he has like a box and he like picks a joke. It's like, this is the joke today. And he reads it. It's like, knock knock Barak. Who's there? Blah 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 blah. He makes the joke and I come back to good mood. And once I come back to good mood, team gets like 20% boost. Understand?
Yes. So Danko is your hype man, is what you're telling me.
Yes, he like no everyone like once I go tilted, everyone is trying to get me untilted. That's the number one objective. The number one objective outside games is to stop getting tilted, and I try to work on that.
Gotcha. Okay, so Toetmined, what's been the most helpful thing for you transitioning from ones to fours?
Having the team like assembled right from the start, and a guy that teaches me how the mode even works because I had no clue at all. I just wanted to get started in force.
Okay, so basically the same with
I
Danko,
didn't
a
get it.
support
I didn't get
system.
that. What do you want to be? Then Ghost, the Toetmined?
What?
What do you want to be?
Again?
What do you
Yeah,
want to
what
be?
do you
You
mean?
said something. I didn't get it. Say
I want
something
to
again.
like I want to get experience in force as fast as possible and actually get good at the mode. And I
Why
feel like
does your
my
team not
team,
scream that much?
I feel like my team is not taking this serious enough, like as serious as me. And that
Who is not
kinda,
taking serious enough? Dulurt or
especially
Herman?
Herman, I think.
Herman.
Uh-oh.
I think that's kind of holding me back from improving.
Herman knows this. Herman is in chat. He can confirm he knows this. I think either talk to Herman, approve on a schedule, practice, or get someone else instead of Herman. Like right now, it might sound bad because Herman is your friend. I like Herman as well.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
like
hard
Herman.
very hard to kick someone, which is especially your friend. But right now, what you need is dedication, not friendship. Especially if you want to succeed. If you want to get to Montreal, you gotta have dedication, especially you as a team because you're not that good right now. Can we all agree on that?
And
Danko,
Yeah.
confirm this.
this is
Danko,
this.
confirm this.
That's why I'm taking this so seriously.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're in a state where we fucking lose against every team possible in like a first to 10, like 10-1.
Yeah, I need you. Like you guys need to be. If someone tries to scream and they cannot find anyone, they need to know BG is online to scream.
Yeah.
If they want to scream, they need to know BG is online right now to play.
This is something that
Yes.
I can relate to as well because the team that I'm a part of, we're loosely taking it seriously. We have yet to scrim as a team. We very rarely practice in MM in fours as a team. We don't really do 2v2 scrims. So like I can understand the frustration that Tote has. Is like it doesn't really seem like people are taking everything as seriously as others. So you feel like you can't really practice that much, which that's how I feel. I don't feel like I can practice very much outside of scrims and For Honor trials, but even then that's not really scrims or not really good practice for tournaments because you're not playing with a team. You're playing in a tournament-ish setting, but you're not improving team synergy. You're not improving at playing as a team. So I mean, I can I can understand that too. So Barak, I think I know what the answer to this question is going to be, but I'm going to ask you anyway because you've kind of already answered it. What was the most helpful thing for you when you were trying to get from 1s to competitive 4s?
What do you think the answer is?
You got better teammates.
I mean, I cannot blame it all on my teammates. With my bad teammates, I still learn, still saw their mistakes and learn from them. But the biggest thing that helped me out was making hotspot with Ghost, White Wolf, and Otto. That was the best thing.
Okay.
Period. But for people who are trying to learn, it's first of all, you need to have someone strategic on your team or hybrid. And if you don't, you have to spend time with someone that is already and learn from them, learn how they react to certain situations. Let me give you an example. You're triple capped on Sanctuary Bridge and everyone died in mid fight. What do? Do you like send 3-2 home point and 1 mid? Do we send 2-2? Do we send 1-1-2? Like you have to decide that before your game. You have to do your homework.
Yeah.
So one thing I would recommend to everyone is doing homework. Like I give you this scenario. What do you do? What do you do in this scenario? You need to know this. Your whole team needs to know this. Another scenario that is way more basic is like when the game starts, what do you do? Do you have a strategy of it? You like, or do you have basic strategy? Like let's say it's Temple Garden. How do you send people? Do you send 1A, 1 mid, 2C? Do you send 2A, 1 mid, 1C? What do you do? And also, if you know and have played with the enemy team, and they know that let's say they send 3 mid, how do you react to that? Do you send 3 mid yourself, or do you send like on the other points?
Mm-hmm.
And that is a question you have to test, answer yourself.
Yeah.
See what works, see what doesn't. You need like because of For Honor has so little teams, you need to know exactly how every player plays. That's all.
Do you
like right now? I have a strategy for myself, but I adapt to every team. I try to at least.
Do you think that rotations are something that you can actually reliably teach, or is it something that you have to gain more experience from?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people can be taught. A lot of people decide not to be taught.
Interesting.
Like, for example, Adam just said, I didn't teach him shit. No, I teach him shit. But he doesn't learn. I teach him, but he doesn't learn.
I see.
Like, whose fault is it? Mine or his? Tell me right now.
Overlord says yours. Bad teacher. Okay, so the reason I ask about that is because it seemed I've heard from a lot of different people, and I kind of hold this opinion as well, is that rotations on a basic level can potentially be taught, but there are usually way too many variables to be able to say definitively this is what you should do every single time. Like it feels more like you learn through experience and taking in what's happening in the game more of than memorizing this is what you do in this situation, because there's just so much that could be going on that's different from situation to situation.
Let me ask you something. Let's say you're playing against a team which you lose 90% of your team fights with.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Okay, 90% is a very big number. Let's say 60%. 60% is way big of a number.
Okay.
So how do you do like when you're triple cap? Like what's the situation? You gotta decide which team fights you want to take. Do you want to take team fights which are in your advantage, or you want to take team fights that are in a disadvantage to stall for the other team fight that is in your advantage? So let's say Toetmined's team is losing to UDD very hard every team fight. They got triple cap. They have 2 people on C, 2 people on mid. Oh, this is Sanctuary Beach, and nobody on A. What do they want to do? Well, if they send 1 A, they're gonna rotate 1 from mid. So you wanna send 2 mid and then you're gonna have to send the best player on A to stall it out and make sure that the people from the home point is gonna win and get a point in finally. After you get a point, you can develop from there. You can develop to getting mid, and after getting a mid, they're forced to retreat from your home point. So this is one map in particular. I want to say that maps are divided in three what's it called? Three
Categories?
type of maps, categories. There's like teamfight map, which is Sanctuary and Citadel Gate. There's team fights with S, like 2v2s, 1v1s, 2v2s, blah blah blah. You understand me? And that's Overwatch, Harbor, Temple Garden, and literally any map outside the Sanctuary and Citadel Gate, talking about competitive. And there's the third type of map, which is kind of similar to the second one, but it's special. It's Shard. Shard, you can have like every point is equally good on Shard.
Well, that's no longer in the
So
rotation, though.
Yeah, it's not on the rotation. It should be, but it's not.
You like Shard over Harbor?
I like Shard over High Fort. Harbor, I think it's like the second worst map. Actually, it's not that bad even. It's like Temple Garden is a bit worse.
Interesting.
But I like Shard. It was one of my best maps, and I like it. It looks very nice. It's good. The only problem with it is ledges and stalling. Stalling is not that big of a problem, but it still is a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I give the mic to Danko.
Okay, so was there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about when it came to transitioning from from playing ones to playing fours? Something that you guys wanted to touch on, or you didn't feel like you could was able to say before? Are we good to move on to the next topic?
I am good
Yes.
to move on.
Mr. Tote, what do you think?
I think I don't have anything to add about it.
Okay. So the next
Wait,
for, like,
have we been asked every question until now?
yes. For the first topic, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, this is first topic, not second?
Yes.
No.
Wow, it took 1 hour to talk about first topic.
Somebody talked a lot about how good they were at scouting talent and and everything.
Never mind, you gotta chill out.
Okay.
You gotta chill out.
So the next topic I wanted to talk about was the role of tournaments in this transition, and we've kind of talked about it on a basic level, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it and talk about how at what point during the transition is playing in a tournament helpful, or is it hurtful? Is it not really relevant? Like playing right in the beginning of your transition is just as good as playing like in the middle. For fours. So I'll start with Danko because he said that he's played in a couple tournaments. When you were with your original team before Hotspot and you were going from ones to fours, did you feel like the tournament was helpful for you in that transition? Do you think it was too soon? What was your opinion on it from that perspective?
No, I mean, it surely was helpful. It was basically like scrims, but in tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You just try your best to win, and it's the same format.
Okay.
I'm gonna be back in like 30 seconds. I have something important.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
So he just. Okay. I guess I'll just mute everything. So okay. He just messed it up. Okay. So playing in tournaments was not harmful for you. You didn't feel like the pressure of being in a tournament was really. You did not. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay.
I apologize, I'm back.
Okay, no problem.
Alright.
No problem. So the pressure of the tournament really didn't stifle your ability to play, or trying to, play fours how you're supposed to then from ones.
No, definitely not, because I played with friends. We kind of left all games and just went on.
Okay. What about you, Tote? Do you think that playing in tournaments early in a transition is good? Have you felt pushback from that in your own personal growth as a For Honor player in the 4v4 competitive scene?
I think playing in tournaments, like especially for me, is a good thing because it just adds a little bit of pressure that I don't have like while playing scrims. Others may not like it. For example, one of our teammates doesn't really like playing in tournaments when he doesn't feel like he has improved enough, like well enough to play in tournaments. But I think tournaments
Which
are
ones? Which one?
a guy in our team, Barak. Okay, And-
There's
He doesn't
not
have to
many.
say, bro. So many call outs has happened in this stream. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
and I feel like tournaments for me are basically scrims, just a little bit better because it applies some pressure like onto me, and I feel like I'm better when I'm under pressure.
Okay. So then you would really thrive in the tournament setting then for this transition because it
Yeah,
pushes
but
you.
of course, on tournaments, still get the same people you play with in scrims or like your team. Just don't pick random guys you want to pick for a tournament. Get your team, get the guys you know how they play to like keep improving the same way you did in scrims.
Okay.
Don't just pick anyone and then play a tourney.
Okay. So then the Coliseum really isn't like a 1v1 tournament, but you could very easily see it as that because you know you're on stream, you're playing in front of a bunch of people, you're playing against really good opponents. There's a prize pool usually. Have you seen that participating consistently in the Coliseum has been a problem for you when you're trying to be competitive in fours, or do you find that you're able to switch between the ones mindset and the fours mindset pretty well?
Well, I think like for me, it's not really a problem at all since like my forced mindset or however you call it is not really where it should have been to compete with other teams. So I mean, in once you can just I just play for fun basically now. I can't really improve that much in once anymore. I have like all of my experience that I have
Are you
is
saying that you're
once
best?
experience.
Are you saying
No.
that you're the best?
No,
Who is the best?
Okay.
dude. There are.
I mean, reaction time. You can improve reaction time. I think that practicing reaction time instead of ones would be better for you.
Yeah,
I don't think you can
That's
really
what I'm
improve your
currently
reaction
doing.
time.
Like, of course,
I
just
mean,
the basic things
We have
like
the reaction
working
time
out
therapist
and
Adam
stuff
Yak
like
to
that.
help us out, but I have seen in my own experience that I've improved reaction time against the bashes and attacks. I haven't
You can't react to shit.
Toetmined monument.
Sure thing, dude. Sure thing. You can do it.
Oh my
You
god.
still owe Ghost overdose, you know, some
I
dollars.
paid him. I paid him.
You did. Okay, good.
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
did. Danko
Good.
confirm.
No, okay, Danko, you don't have to confirm.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes, he
This
did.
is a safe place. Barak will do nothing to you if you don't confirm.
Yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do this. The stream is done.
Okay.
All do this.
So thank you. Okay, so now you've admitted. Okay. Anyway, okay. So then, so you're basically saying that because you believe that your force mindset is not quite where it needs to be, that playing in a 1v1
Yeah.
tournament is not as detrimental because you're still in the process of getting to where you need to be in force.
Yeah, because I like playing in one tournaments or like the Colosseum doesn't add anything for me anymore in terms of force experience. Of course, like my duels experience is where it's at. I don't think I can add more experience. I can just improve in different ways, like reaction time.
Sure.
If I, yeah, that. But force, I just have to play 2v2s with my team or 4v4s. But that's it. I don't think I get worse if I play once tournaments. I don't think my force experience or like force gameplay gets worse if I play once.
So this will.
Can I interrupt? Can
Yeah.
I interrupt and say something?
Mhm.
Toetmined is a lot about 1v1 in mid and not actually playing mid. What do
Yeah.
you think of that point? Do you agree with this?
I
you
agree with
confirm?
that. Yeah.
Okay, so like 1v1s helps you a lot in the 44 because you 1v1 a lot in 44 instead of clearing minutes. Agreed?
Mhm.
You bully people. You like to say you bully people, you just
Yeah,
1v1.
that's why I play Conquer mid.
What happens when you try to bully Silencer?
I haven't tested it yet. I haven't played against Silencer, I think. Like, just once or twice? No, I don't know.
Okay.
There wasn't even Silencer, and there was, like, Meltbeam.
Okay. What happens when you bully Melvin?
I gotta rewatch the VODs.
I understand. Well, I think bullying has never been a strategy adapted by people. I think it has always been mid clearing. But due to you trying to use bullying as a strategy, I think it's very important for you to practice 1v1s in order to bully people in mid. Do you
Yeah.
disagree?
No, but I feel like not normal 1v1s, but actually like the mid 1v1s I should play more often.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
I mean, I am, but like I can of course do it against Meltbeam too, but he didn't answer yet.
He didn't answer you yet.
No.
Okay, I will talk to Melvin personally and ask him what the fuck is going on.
Yo, Mob Boss Barak is on the case, too. You'll get your scrims one
The
way
floor
or
is
another.
yours.
It's coming, dude.
I mean, sure. That's like, in my opinion, the best thing that can improve my mid gameplay currently. Like my mid strategy I have.
Do you agree with your mid strategy? Do you agree with it?
Mhm.
Me? Who are you asking?
Who are you asking, Barak? Please use your words.
Okay.
Are you asking me?
Okay, outside Toetmined, who here plays mid? Danko, do you play mid? Please confirm.
No, I don't play mid.
I play mid.
You play Berserker.
Not in competitive, no. On my team, I usually play either Lawbringer or Kensei. If these testing ground changes go, then I will play hopefully Zerk.
What's your main character, Soresu?
That I play in competitive.
Yes.
Kensei or Aramusha.
I mean, Aramusha is different. Aramusha is
Yeah,
like
he's a mid support. He's not really a mid laner. Yes, but I usually
What's your team, Soresu? I don't know your team.
You won't know my team.
Is it hidden?
No, it's not hidden. They're players that have not really done that are new to the competitive scene. You would not.
Oh,
know.
so you see talent as well. You see talent as well.
No. That's not why I'm with these guys, because we're wanting to play in tournaments and we're wanting to improve as a team.
Understand. Toetmined, do you have the floor?
What was your question?
I don't know.
I said you have the floor. It's your time to talk.
I see.
Yeah, if there was anything else you wanted to add to the tournament thing.
I mean, the thing is, don't, like, if you're scrimming already with teams to improve in 4v4s, don't be afraid to join tournaments. It's like, you don't lose anything if you lose, and you just gain experience faster because you play a lot of matches. He fell off his chair, dude.
Barak is gone, dude.
Barak is gone.
Okay, so I'll move over to Danko now. Have you participated in 1v1 tournaments?
No. When I started playing competitively, 1v1 tournaments were no longer a thing.
Okay, got you. So then, have you played in any 2s tournaments then?
I played in 1. Yes.
Played in 1. Who did you play with?
I played with Adamiak.
Ooh, okay.
And we drew very hard. Actually, it was mostly me.
Okay.
We played against Russians, and it was not great. But I learned from it. It was a good experience to have.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask. Is like, did the 2s tournament? Did you feel like it was helpful to you or hurtful to you when you're trying to be a force competitive player?
Sure. Yeah. 2v2s can help you a lot, but I don't think 2v2s without revenge help you as much as with revenge.
Right, and that makes sense because the revenge is on in 4s. Yeah, that makes sense. So then, and this is to both Tote and Danko, since Barak is who knows what he's doing. Do you guys think that participating in these 2s or 1s tournament is still something that can be helpful for somebody who's transitioning to 4s, like somebody who's trying to get into the competitive scene? Is this still something that you think they should do, or that they should stay away from and just stick mainly to 4v4 tournaments and scrims?
Well, I think 2v2 tournaments are a really good thing you can do to improve your general team fighting experience. Like, without, like, in 4v4s, you don't always are in a 2v2 situation, so I think training 2v2 tournaments for those 2v2 situations is a really good thing to, gain experience from.
Okay.
In a, like, 2v2 tournaments are strictly 2v2s, and you play a lot of matches after each other. So that is a good, fast way to play a lot of 2v2s and gain experience.
Okay.
I think just overall playing the game will help you in all game modes. If you just play, you will get better.
Yeah, and I can understand that to a certain degree, because like there are going to be times where you're going to be in a 1v1, even if you're not a 1v1 character. Like Shaman is really good at ones. You'll see Shaman go to try and contest a home point or something like that, which usually is in a 1v1. You're not always going to be a team fighter as well, but there will be times where you'll be in a team fight. So being in these high pressure situations, I think for the most part can be helpful. Do you think it would be more helpful to just scrim in fours or just play fours tournaments if you're wanting to focus specifically on fours?
No, not really.
Okay. So you advocate for multiple.
You still need to play 1v1s in fours as well. They are different because of feats and timer rotations, but you still need to have dueling skills in 4v4s.
Okay, sure. Barak, what about you? Do you think that it's just as helpful to continue to play in like ones and twos tournaments if they are any, as opposed to just playing fours tournaments and fours scrims?
Yes. I mean, of course, any practice in For Honor helps. 1v1 improves basic mechanical skill. 2v2 helps you improve team fights. Playing in those is also more profitable. If you're a good player, you need to play in every tournament. If you want to, I don't know, it's not profitable, but it's whatever. It's, you understand me. It's
Okay.
like if you play this game for fun, want to play the other games as well. I wouldn't understand if you don't want to play 1v1 because it's kind of boring. But if it's like testing on 1v1, I don't understand because it's kind of fun. 2v2 is kind of with like middle ground side, because people like 2v2, people dislike 2v2.
Yeah.
Danko, please confirm.
What should I
What? Nothing. There's nothing for you to confirm. Okay, so we've talked about how tournaments has helped in the transition. Pretty much the consensus sounds like that it has been helpful, and the main reason is because you're playing with a group with teammates that can push you and help you learn the game properly. We talked about if it's harmful, and pretty much I think everybody has said that playing in tournaments, no matter where you are in the transition, is not harmful. It can only help, and that participating in tournaments of all the game modes is still going to be helpful for your Force career. Is this pretty much what we've decided?
Yes,
Give
also,
me-
if you feel
I'll be right
pressure
back.
in tournaments, it can help you get used to the pressure in fours and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Just overall tournament experience can help you.
Danko, do you have pressure?
I did when I first played, but not really anymore. I feel pressure from you.
Danko, let's talk about it.
Okay,
When you fuck
let's-
up a gank, what am I supposed to say? When it cost us the whole fucking game. What am
I
supposed
know, I know, Barak. It's my fault. I know.
I think you can be critical without being a jerk, Barak. What do you think?
I mean,
Well, okay, so wait. What happens when you screw up a gank and they lose and you guys lose for it? What happens then? Like who tells?
I say sorry, and Danko has the chance to roast me.
I see.
shit
I
up.
never did though.
But it doesn't do.
So does anybody
So-
else have a chance to roast you, or the ability?
Yes. Yes. Ghost
It-
Overdose likes to shit talk me.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Why? Why?
It doesn't surprise me that he would do that. Just from
Because I fuck up a gank?
yeah.
But here's the thing, like it's like we're talking about a hypothetical situation that never happens.
You never
Understand?
screw up a gank ever.
Not that much. Like,
Danko,
not as
can
much
you
as
confirm?
I can confirm he doesn't fuck up as much, but
The-
he still does.
I was gonna say I've definitely seen him screw up ganks, so that's not
But
No,
I don't.
that's not accurate.
Like, listen, the only thing I screw up is Jumanjis. And Jumanjis, Like Jumanji, that's the point of Jumanji, is to fuck it up and make the opponent make a Twitter post. And they're like, yo, the difference between me and the rest is that I'm the best.
Okay. Yep.
And then he puts like one before.
Okay,
when
so
everyone
then-
is heavy spamming.
Yeah.
Danko, please go.
Yeah, Danko, please confirm. Holy
true.
fudge, dude. Okay, so I've give me a second. I've kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, so do you think that it is okay to criticize somebody and that criticism go into making fun of them? Do you think that's helpful, Barak?
I think it can be helpful. Definitely.
Yes, I think it's helpful, but it depends on the enemy resistance.
The enemy
It also
you're
depends
calling
on
your
your
teammates
teammate.
your enemies? I'm asking if criticizing your teammates in such a way where you make fun of them or bully them is okay, and you just called them enemies. Yikes, dude. Okay. Danko, what about you? When you receive criticism from Barakit, and he tells you, Danko, you're a trash can, that if I went outside to my alley and I saw a trash can, that was you. Is that helpful to you?
I take it as a man, and I
Nice
try
one,
to
Toet.
improve.
Dude, I finally figured something out. Give me a second.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't really hear what you said, Danko.
Yeah, I just take it like a man and try to improve. Try
Okay.
to not make the mistake again.
So what I find very interesting about this is Barak said like 20 minutes ago that team dynamics is very important, and that when he gets tilted, everybody gets tilted and plays worse. So it's obvious that he cares about team dynamics to where he shouldn't be tilted, but he is okay with absolutely destroying other people and reducing their morale. It's like it's just very weird. That doesn't compute. You tell me morale is important, but you're okay destroying it by making fun of people. I just don't understand your team, Barak. I guess I just don't understand your leadership style. You have to inform me like how this works out for you.
Danko, please confirm.
Oh my god.
Like, listen, my leadership could improve, but the team is doing fine right now. I feel like the team could use a bit more morale. That's why I try to tilt less. But in general, even if I tilt, team is still good enough to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Danko, please confirm.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's true.
Okay. So is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about when it came to tournaments before we move on to the testing grounds?
I think I said enough.
Okay.
I think I
mean, you've
said
hardly said
enough.
anything, Danko, but that's okay.
Really?
Dude, again, Danko, you say nothing. Fucking talk up.
That's not okay. Anyway, Tote, what did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I think like this is the thing we have to talk about the least. Like I think the first and the third thing is the most important.
Yeah,
ones.
I agree. I just don't want people to. I don't want to move away from the topic if there's something you guys want to
sure.
say. Okay, so then if we're done with the transitioning from ones and twos and the tournaments, then let's talk about the testing ground changes. If you guys do !TG, you will get. Actually, I'll just do it now, just in case people are lazy. That is the damage spreadsheet that has been done for that Spaniard and a couple other people have worked on. I haven't.
For Spaniard and other people.
Yes, we're very excited about this. I did not.
Everyone.
I did not post what the Ubisoft thing because there's not a ton of information on it, and we can just briefly go over if you aren't aware. The biggest changes is the stamina penalties on whiff block and parry have been completely eliminated in the testing grounds.
I disagree.
What?
I think the delay changes are the biggest changes.
Yep, and then basically recoveries were also supposedly changed, even though some of them are actually worse, and some of them are better. But the biggest change is the stamina, and then now all attacks are automatically delayed. So instead of having to input in at the last millisecond or whatever the last portion of an input window for an attack, it is always delayed. So, Barak, let's start with you. What are your overall impressions? Like, are you a fan of these changes that they've made?
First of all, I disagree with you. I think the biggest change is the delay thing.
Oh yeah,
By
that's true.
increasing the attack speed, I mean decreasing it actually, makes a lot of attacks unreactable. BB Bash, unreactable. Conk Bash, unreactable. BB Bash, unreactable. A lot of 400 millisecond lights became completely unreactable. Agreed?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's offense now.
So that is way more than offense than stamina. Stamina is like a supportive addition to this, as in offense is now has been buffed, extremely buffed, and then stamina is like a secondary buff to offense because now you can offense way more without being punished. For example, like this, the biggest improvement has been to heavies, specifically unblockables, especially because because you can throw out unblockables as BP, Berserker, Warden, every character that has unblockable without
Except for JJ.
without what?
In terms
As-
of ones, you can throw them out still.
Okay, if you okay, biased cunt. I'm sorry.
What do you mean
I'm sorry.
biased? What do you mean biased? You cannot throw them out. They are
I'm
backdash
sorry,
on
I'm
one
sorry.
timing without
Okay,
getting any
and-
mix-up potential.
And JJ, you can throw them more without being stamina damage. I'm sorry for saying the C word. I know you.
Okay, keep going. Just keep going. Just
Sorry.
keep going. Just keep going.
You can throw them more without being stamina punished, which is big, especially against PP.
Yeah.
So going out of stamina less is big improvement. What the result of this is like characters go almost out of stamina never in games, unless they're playing against PP or Jormungandr.
Mm-hmm.
And stamina has been way less less important due to this. Agree, Danko?
No, I agree.
Interesting.
Stamina management is less important than before, for sure.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like all these changes have made the skill ceiling from a very big difference between low and high players into like difference. Like it's still big difference, but it's not as big. It's like smaller. Agreed, Danko?
Okay.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Danko, you have the floor.
So Barak, a question. With this is actually a discussion that I brought up, or that I don't know if I brought it up, but was brought up in For Honor Trials about how I thought that the one thing I didn't like about the delay changes was that it took away the knowledge and the skill of being able to properly delay every single time. Whereas, like, if you would go against a berserker who would always buffer their faint lights versus a berserker who would always delay them, there's like a huge difference in how hard it is to fight them. Are you, as a berserker player, are you okay with these delay changes? Do you think it lowers the skill ceiling? Do you think that actually matters?
I think that anyway, what we're talking about is rep 20s or below that don't know that much to play. But people that play a bit, like if you have 100 hours in For Honor, you should at least know that delaying attacks helps you a bit. Or if you're a Reddit member, you should know that. Agreed, Danko?
Yes, agreed. Definitely agreed.
Okay, so this helps out in the Rep 1 community, which might sound like small community, but it's actually
The
like
Rep
one of the
1
biggest community, I think. Agreed, Danko?
Yep.
So this helps out, but it's not like it helps out that much due to Rep 1 community already not blocking like heavies on reaction. So the difference between like 400 milliseconds light being 300 instead of 333 is not going to be that big of a change. Like, I've said this, Berserker in MM might look nerfed, but it's actually not nerfed because people didn't react anyway, and I could react to bashes and stuff. Agreed, Danko?
Okay.
Agreed. Yes.
Toet, agreed? I need full confirmation.
Mostly agreed, yes.
Ooh.
What did you disagree? Danko. I mean, Toetmined.
Agreed. Agreed.
Oh.
What did you disagree with?
Something you said
You tell
previously.
me right now what you disagree with.
Not about the thing you just said, just about the thing you said previously, so it doesn't matter. I agreed with you, with your current
I
statement.
forgot what I just said. Please remind me what I fucking said.
Ask Danko what you just said, but I agree with it.
Danko, please confirm.
I was not listening to you. I just
Okay,
confirmed.
Soresu,
Okay.
next question.
So you're saying that the auto delay that is now in the testing grounds is not necessarily that big of a change in terms of
Matchmaking.
it's just not really going to make that much of a difference, but it makes more of a difference in competitive play.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Toetmined can agree as well.
So then do you
Agreed.
consider being able to consistently delay and do stuff like that a skill in the game, or no?
No, it should be basic knowledge, but due to For Honor community feeling very bad at the game, it's not basic knowledge.
Okay.
I mean, it is among top competitive players, but among matchmaking, it's not that basic knowledge. I still see at my MMR people buffering attacks, and I just laugh at them and say, "Wow, so bad."
Yikes. Yikes.
Danko,
Okay.
I can go.
Okay, so then you Danko, go to you. What are your opinions of the changes, like the stamina changes?
Toetmined.
Um,
It's still like 40%.
the damage changes and everything, which is something that I didn't actually bring up.
But
with
my
the
battle was
damage
bigger.
values.
The damage changes suck. Like, it's okay that they're lowered. I like that, but they are so unbalanced right now. They need a lot of changes and touch-ups, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to
But
question me.
the general theme about that chain openers deal less and actual chain attacks deal more damage than the chain openers is a good thing in my opinion.
Has this been a thing?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Mhm.
It takes a
Has
little
this
bit
been
more.
a thing in testing ground? Has this been a thing? I didn't notice it.
Yeah. Like it's a general theme they were going for, except there are some exceptions like lobbing a slight parry punish. But I think it's like that the ad mortem inimicus thing is counted as a chain finisher, even
Yeah.
though it's just a parry punish.
Yeah, similar to.
So are you saying that devs are pretty bad at the game and don't understand it? And they don't understand
I
that
think like they have
ad
just
mortem
made,
inimicus is not the chain finisher, but very punish.
they have just made a small like mistake. I think they've just coded general things and not every
So
attack
call
for
them
itself.
bad on stream. On stream.
Yeah, well, it's similar to Kensei, right? Because if you guard break somebody and throw them to the wall, you do a top heavy, it's an unblockable. So like the game considers it a finisher. And if you do a parry with Kensei as well, you do a side heavy, it does more damage than a opener, even on testing grounds.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see. So we did the damage values. What? Barak?
Don't spit. dude.
Barak, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you guys noticed? And actually, Overlord just brought this up that unlocked attacks do more damage than locked on attacks. Have you guys noticed that too?
Some of them do, I think. Yeah,
Some of them.
maybe. But those are just bugs. They will get fixed.
I noticed with some characters that unlock attacks did more damage, but didn't test it on all of them. No, there are a couple Overlord. There are a couple characters that their unlocked attacks do more damage than their locked on attacks.
Also, some characters like Berserker, his chain finisher side unblockables, one deals way more damage than the other.
Yeah, his left is 45. Yeah.
Yeah, left is 45, right is 33. That's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
I don't think that's intended at all. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I've always wanted like a single attack to be no more than 35 damage. I think damage is too high in the game.
Yeah.
What let's see, Toetmined, have you have your own opinions, or have you had your own thoughts on what you think damage should be in the game? Like, do you feel like damage in live, not in testing ground, should have been reduced across the board, or like how do you perceive where damage is on live right now? Is it a good place, bad place?
Well, I wouldn't have really thought about it too much when I didn't play the testing grounds, but I think the testing grounds feel a lot better in terms of damage. Like
Mhm.
you can take the risk more often on specific things without getting killed after 3 to 4 punishes, and I think that's a great change.
Yeah. Okay.
So now that I play testing grounds and normal game mode, of course, I can say the testing grounds, the less damage on testing grounds feels way better than the high damage on the normal game modes.
Do you?
I can confirm.
Nope. No confirm.
Yes, I can confirm.
No confirm, dude. No confirm. So do you feel like you can actually throw attacks in the testing grounds, Tote? Uh-oh.
Let's say 2 weeks, and people will not be as as unable to block as they're currently, because I think this is just the time they have to get used to the new changes from testing grounds. Like, people act like they cannot block, which they are fairly able to if they just get used to this mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like the main reason why I see so many posts about the changes being bad on Reddit. Because they haven't played it for a couple of weeks already, because it's only out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
They shouldn't really share their opinion about it just now. They should just give it some time, and maybe then they will, rethink their statements about it.
Yeah, the amount of people that I've seen like on Reddit and even in the For Honor trials talking about how the changes are terrible, it just blows my mind. Like I see a lot of people saying that the game just feels spammy now, and I just don't understand.
Can you make percentage? How many people say it's bad? How many people say it's good?
A percentage of all the population of For Honor that says it's good as who say it's bad?
Yes.
Not with any accuracy, no. But I would say I see more people liking the change than not, but I see too many people not liking the change for dumb reasons. Like, if they said, I don't like the changes because of the damage numbers, sure. I'll accept that.
You say more than 20% say they don't like the changes. Yes or no?
From what I've seen, yes.
Yes. More than 20%, more than 30%.
More than 40? Probably not more than 40.
No, 30, 30.
30? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe around there. Too many
Danko
people.
confirm.
Too many people. I just don't agree that it's like. Do you guys? Does it feel spammy to you guys when you play it? Does it feel like you're just spamming?
Yes.
It does.
I mean, I feel like I spam and win.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to give it some time, and people will get used to it.
I mean, are they gonna get used to 400 millisecond lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me right now. Are they
Like,
gonna get
I think their opinion about it being spammy will change, because those games are not supposed to be fully reactable, and I think that is the best change For Honor ever had. And now that people complain about it, they may not make it through to the actual game then after the testing runs is over, and that would be really bad.
Toy, did you really drink?
Hmm?
Did you really drink?
Do you really think?
I drank, yes.
Oh, did you really
Yes.
drink? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, it's fine. I agree with you.
Good.
Okay. Does the testing grounds feel spammy to you, Danko?
To Danko or me?
Yeah, to Danko, yeah.
Okay.
To me, yeah, it feels spammy sometimes, sure. Especially against Zerk or PK, I feel like I get spammed and I lose, but it's sometimes really my mistake and don't really expect the light seas.
Beating with spam?
What?
What did you ask?
Are you trying to call me beating you spam?
I mean, it literally was spam, both of us.
Okay. Good.
Does it feel spammy to you, Tote? Or does it feel good?
I mean, he spams himself, so I don't know how it is spam.
Currently, everyone seems to have a lot more button pressing opportunities than they should have, because people still try to, play like the current For Honor we have,
Yeah.
where you try to react to everything, and that is not how you should play the game anymore.
Right.
You should have, like, of course, some reactions, but a lot more like you just try to know how your opponent plays and try to do a mixture of a prediction and reaction against your opponent.
Okay, and this will be a question I'll pose to everybody then. Since people are pushing buttons and people are starting to say that it's spammy, is this a consequence of For Honor being so defensive and so slow that the amount of button pushing that we're seeing is actually not that much in comparison to what it should be, but it seems like a lot because the current For Honor that we have is so passive, it's so defensive, it's so slow.
Yes. I agree with you.
Why I didn't assert an opinion. I just asked what you thought.
Have you ever played Soul Calibur?
Very briefly, I played Soul Calibur 6. Yes.
Same. It's more spammy than For Honor. I agree with you. I think, but like it's hard to say because For Honor is not fighting game. For Honor is different. For Honor is special.
Yeah.
So like this thing appears spammy to people who have played only defensive, but it might not be spammy for, like, let's say Tekken 7 pros who have played Tekken for fucking too many years and understand this. But it's a lot about reads right now. It's about right now like around reads. Silencer is not the best because he doesn't have reads and he only has reaction, and that doesn't help you anymore.
Yeah.
Agree, Danko?
Agree. Yes.
The question was, is offense too spammy right now? I disagree. Just a bit, very little. I think that stamina changes should be reverted just a bit. Like it's like now it's so hard to go out of stamina. But I wouldn't revert the changes. I would just make attacks have more stamina. Agree, Danko?
Yes, more
Agree,
stamina consumption.
Toetmined is already Nordic, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so Tote, what do you think that it's people can see this as spammy because the current game is just too passive and too defensive?
The current game is just about reactions.
Yeah.
And the testing grounds just shows how it could be if it wasn't about reactions. And it is, in my opinion, a way better game without obviously just relying on reactions, because that shouldn't be how the game is supposed to be. That should have never been how a game is supposed to be. You just have reactions and then you know how to 1v1. That is not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I think the testing grounds, like almost all of the changes are really good in terms of giving the game, the feeling of how it's supposed to be played. Like not full reactions, not just pressing any button you want to, but putting some thought into it, having predictions and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Danko, do you think that this with this new people are being able to push buttons, do you think people will be able to get used to it and their opinion of it being quote unquote spammy would change after some time with it?
Sure. Yeah, probably yes. If you start playing a game that's super defensive and then it just suddenly changes to a game where you can press so many buttons, you definitely feel like it's spammy. But someone who starts now might not feel that way.
Mm-hmm. I would love for what the testing grounds is right now, for the most, at least in terms of pace of the game, to be the new normal. I think I do think that people are too used to the passive play, and despite them wanting, offense and everything like that, are just too used to it being defensive, so they just complain about it being spammy. But I just doesn't compute to me. It's like, if you're going to complain that the game is too reactive, if it's too defensive, but then you're given an option to be able to push buttons, Like, why are you complaining about it? Like, I can't tell you how many Reddit posts I've seen about how light spam is back and how console is now dead because of all that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can you complain about one thing and then you get a solution to that one thing and then you complain about the solution? Like, I just don't understand. Like, how it's called cognitive dissonance that's what it is in my opinion. I just don't get it. And you would think people would be able to play better because there's the auto delay. Like, all the attacks are super fast now. So if people who didn't know how to do it now can do it, so they should be playing better. Barak is losing his mind again. I don't know what. I don't know if Barak's okay or not.
Oh, he's not. He's definitely
No,
not
I'm
okay.
okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm curious. We haven't had a tournament on testing grounds, unfortunately, but we have had plenty of scrims on them. Have you guys played scrims on the testing grounds, or have you just played
Today
sir.
we played against
Yes, sir.
UDDA today.
Okay. Toad, have you played scrims on testing grounds?
Yeah, we did,
Okay.
and it was well. It wasn't the best experience just in terms of team communication.
Okay.
Did someone get tilted?
I got tilted about my team
Uh-oh.
not taking stuff serious.
We kind of
Who was not taking-
Herman says we kind of vibe checked him. What?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so you've all played at least scrims on these.
Yeah.
What has from live? What has like the meta change been? Like, what characters have you seen more or less of in your games?
Oh, yeah, we definitely saw more Zerk and PK, for example.
We saw less Shaman and Gladiator due to being
Because they're
banned
banned,
for some
we
reason.
kind of banned them.
You banned Shaman and what other one?
Shaman,
Gladiator,
Gladiator, and
Jormungandr.
Yorm.
Glad and Yorm. Yeah.
Jormungandr.
Okay.
People are scared of Jormungandr. That's kind of funny.
Well, the character's dumb. 50% of your stamina's
No.
gone.
No,
No.
no. I mean, it is 50% stamina gone, but you remain with 50 stamina and you regain the full stamina after this.
I see. So you don't think Yorm benefited from these changes at all?
It did
He did, but
a
not.
bit.
I
Actually,
think he
did
did
he?
a lot. He did a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I
How
think
so?
I
Like,
think he did.
Because his tier 1 and T2 were buffed because of the damage nerfs as well, and they were already super strong.
okay.
It's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I feel like Jormungandr definitely, like, obviously not being able to take stamina from the parry and stuff is not what Yorm players want, but being able to take 50% of the person's stamina off of a parry bash and all the other bashes taking the stamina away, I feel like it's definitely a big buff to him. Like Scorebrand and Crack were playing him in a bunch in scrims yesterday, a couple days ago.
Mhm.
For that reason, like, I feel like the character is pretty darn good.
Like JJ now has basically the same thing. He drains now half the stamina on a parry into grab,
Mhm.
and if the enemy goes out of stamina while the grab's happening, he drops to the ground and you get a max punish. And I think that shouldn't be the case anymore. Like draining half stamina on a parry. That's why I think like the choke from JJ should be an offensive tool now, not a defensive one. Like you maybe soft feint into a choke or like anything offensively, but not doing this on a parry, which is just plain stupid. Like you get half stamina lost, and if he loses stamina completely, you drop him to the ground for a max punish.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be the case anymore.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that too. Like I'm not a big fan of stamina manipulation in general with the current state of stamina. Like, I feel like the stamina pool is too low. And I'm just, so like, on a fundamental level, I think Jormungandr is a terrible character in design. Because the stamina is just not in a good place. And I feel like these changes are a great step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
They're great changes. I think that we can keep these. I still think stamina pools probably should still be increased. In tandem with what we have now. Yeah. So we've seen Tote, what have you seen? Have you seen an increase in Zerk and PK as well? Or have you seen other characters more?
Yeah, well, we scrimmed. Let me think. Well, Warlord was still played. Black Prior, Gladiator, Shaman, PK. But basically, bleed characters are really good currently because of the damage values, which should be changed when the changes go live. I still play Conqueror in mid. There, nothing changed basically. Can't really tell anything about it anymore. I think. Well, I just see PK more often.
Okay.
PK is like the main character I see more often now.
Yeah, and I've played a couple scrims on testing grounds for Honor Trials a couple days ago, and I'm mainly seeing Zerk more just because that's who I played. I almost insta locked him every single time. And then PK was played a bunch, but I still saw either Kensei or LB and Warlord. I'm curious to see how these changes would affect the mid meta. I still think LB is good. I'm not sure if Kensei is going to be played as much. The damage numbers are down. His recoveries are still kind of meh. His clear is still good. I'm just curious. I'll pose this to everybody. What meta changes do you think would occur should all of this go live? Like, is what we're seeing now going to be what most teams would play, or are we going to see a significant shakeup?
Like on the current testing grounds, or like adjusted damage numbers that should have been the damage numbers instead?
If the testing grounds as it is now goes live.
Well, then I think Lawbringer will still stay like the number one mid character because of the insane damage numbers he still has.
Okay.
And well, Zerk will most likely be played now. And
By me.
Yeah, by you,
Yes,
for example.
by you.
Warlord will stay in the exact spot where he is, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Like, Warlord is still good.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaman, don't forget Shaman.
Yeah, and Shaman, of course, with her bleed damage.
Yeah, but we ban characters, don't we?
He's
without bans, of course.
This was released.
Yeah, I'm saying like how the testing grounds are now. Like, what would the meta look like?
So I would still say Lawbringer mid, Shaman, Warlord, and maybe Berserker.
Okay.
Agreed.
What about Gladiator? Do you think Gladiator drops off?
Danko, this is your question.
I think Gladiator drops off because his toe step still feeds the same revenge, but overall everything deals less damage. So you will feed
how much does
revenge
two
much
step?
faster.
Two step, how much does it deal?
30 revenge is toe step.
Yeah, 30 revenge and 8
how much
damage.
Damage.
It's 8 damage without second feat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 2 damage less.
Yep. And his zone
really
does 27.
Dude,
2 less damage.
I'm talking about heavies, not the toe step itself. Everything deals less damage.
Really, except for the zone.
I understand.
Yeah, and that's actually that's actually a good point too that I actually didn't think of. Is like with overall damage being lower, ganks are going to be not as prevalent for most of the cast. Like Shaman's bite still does 50, but as you pointed out, Glad's gank probably wouldn't be as good. Zerker's zone is still
wouldn't be good. Any bash gang will be worse on testing grounds because they feel fixed revenge. Same with GBs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Conqueror's bash didn't really receive much of a nerf.
I mean, I'm not talking about 1v1s. I'm talking about the ganking with the bash. It deals too much revenge now. Like, if your teammate's heavy deals like 22 damage for your bash, it's too much revenge for the damage.
Yeah. I guess
because damage
should be the case.
I don't. This is something I actually don't know. Do you gain more revenge from a higher damage attack? So like, bashes are a set amount, but does a 20? I would assume that a 30 damage heavy gives more revenge than a 22 damage heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I think Bash ganks would just drop off because Shaman ganks is still absurd
Yeah.
That is also kind
in
of
terms
true,
of
but
damage.
they just got nerfed because of the damage nerfs and no revenge compensation for the damage nerf.
So then would we see just like less overall Bash characters, because Warlord is played for his good team fighting ability, and he has a quick Bash gank with his headbutt. Would we potentially see less Warlord because his gank isn't as good, or would we continue to see him because his team fighting is still pretty good?
We will definitely continue to see Warlord even with these changes.
I don't want to play Warlord anymore.
Yeah, not from Barak, but from
I want to play
someone else.
Berserker, dude. I want to play Berserker.
He really likes Berserker.
Yeah.
I mean, I destroy. Like, why would I change?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
He destroys, dude. So would we then see less BP?
I mean, BP
BP
should be
flip.
less anyway. Should be BC
Yes.
less anyway, because BP is not a good character.
BP's not a good
Lord,
character.
BP, like, have you seen tier list?
Okay, so
listen. Stop. Have you seen tier list?
I saw the tier list that was posted to the competitive For Honor subreddit, where it had like 5 or 6 top players, different opinions on their tier on a tier list. I have
Now
seen
it was 10 players, and 8 out of them said that BP is bad.
Do they
what
say
do you
BP
think?
is bad or BP's an A?
They said BP is bottom A.
Okay, so you think we're
Bring
gonna
up the
we're-
listen. Bring up the tier list on the stream right now. I need to watch it.
no, because
like-
then that messes up my overlay. I'm not doing that. You can pull it up yourself.
Okay. I talk about it.
So
Danko,
Well, I
please,
think-
send me the link, Danko. Fast.
I don't have the link.
Also, Barak, do you
Yes.
think like 7 out of like all the 7 people who put Konk in B tier only put Konk in B tier because they think Lowbringer is the only super strong mid pick?
I think Logminger is not the only super strong pink.
Yeah, I mean the guys who put Lowbringer in S tier.
Who put Logminger S tier?
almost
Well, in
everybody,
the tier
right?
list you can see it, almost everybody except for you,
I think me and Ghost
Otto,
have,
and
the,
Ghost. I
have
think.
the real tier list. Plus. Danko plus.
Can you put the tier
Sure.
list in chat, please, if you have it?
I don't know how to find it. I'm on a competitive sub, but I cannot find it. Danko, please help.
Overlord, if you would be so kind, as a moderator of the CFH, if you could
Faster.
get us the link, please. I apologize, chat. I did not know that this was going to be brought up. Otherwise, I would have had the link.
Mhm.
It is okay that it was. I just wasn't prepared. But I'm pretty
But
sure everybody
7
put.
I think
Lawbringer.
7 put Lawbringer in S tier and Conqueror because of that in B tier because Lawbringer is like the mid pick, which why
I think
anybody else shouldn't be really
also
picked
doesn't
except for
have
any
tier
defense.
3 and T4, and doesn't have very good peel as well.
Feats
Sorry,
are a
what?
big reason. Yeah.
Who?
Kong.
Kong. Has Bash.
Yes, he has Bash, but he doesn't have tier 3 and tier 4.
I mean, the light
Can you
attack
agree
has
that
some
Kong's
good
Bash
tracking
is the
now.
hardest to react out of all?
I agree with that. Yes. No,
I agree.
No, it's Warlord.
I
Dude,
do.
you can
I
change your
do
opinion.
agree.
Can I change your opinion?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
agree
So
already.
it's in here. The tier
Okay,
list is in
First
here.
is one of the
You have
Kate 307. May God fucking bless. May
you,
God bless you. I'm
you
sorry.
have
By the way,
Warlord
Make
at
up
S
list.
tier, Barak.
Yes, I agree with this.
Well, of course it's
of
your
course,
tier list.
it's your tier list.
He
Okay,
doesn't
mine-
like his
listen,
tier
listen,
list.
listen.
He
Mine-
likes
mine-
Ghost Overdose. His tier list
Mine
more.
is first tier list. So therefore, Scorpion agrees with me the most.
It's in
Agreed.
alphabetical order, you papega.
No.
Yes, it is. Oh my
No.
god.
It's just a coincidence. The real order
Okay.
is the best from worst.
Okay.
Like if you go, you see 0 cracks.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so I put Shaman and Warlord in S tier mandatory because I think they're mandatory.
Okay. But you don't think Lawbringer is mandatory?
I think Lawbringer, he's very good. He's way better. He's better than Kensei, but I think he can still be replaced by Kensei, at least in this current player base. We have proven with Melbeam on our side that we can win with Kensei instead of Gladiator.
Lawbringer.
Instead of Lawbringer, thank you for correcting me. So you can win with Kensei instead of Lawbringer. That's why I decided to not put him in S tier. Shaman has every team. Warlord has every good team.
Okay.
Lawbringer doesn't have every team. Every team has Lawbringer or Kensei. We have Melbeam on sub Kensei, and he destroy mid. He talks too much, but he destroy mid.
Okay. 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 So let's get back to the reason I brought this up was because I wanted to know how the changes, like what the meta would look like with the testing grounds if testing grounds was live game, as in comparison to the tier lists that we have now from Barak, Clutch, Ghost, Rave Lord, etc.
All right, Barak, do you think Conk in the testing grounds can be a viable mid pick?
Yes. Yes.
And why?
Because Kong has an actable bash. Kong is destroyed 1v1. His best character 1v1.
Mhm.
Even Scorpion admitted. And you get Kong bully mid. What
Mhm.
character can not be bullied? No one. So you get Kong. Kong. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me
Okay. No,
finish,
go
let me
ahead. Yeah.
finish.
Go ahead.
Kong bully mid. And after he kill, he can clear middle and heal.
Okay. But you think that? So you think Conk is viable?
Yes.
Despite his lack of feats.
Conk bully mid.
Despite
Listen,
his feats, like he has terrible feats.
Kong has awesome. Wow. Tier 1.
Okay, sure.
He has okay tier 2. He has wow. Very bad tier 3. He has wow. If you're not Toetmined, you cannot use tier 4.
Okay. So despite his feats being overall terrible, except for his tier 1, he's still a good pick. In your opinion, is he the top pick now, or is Lawbringer still top?
No.
Okay. Is Lawbringer the top pick?
Please contribute. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Everyone has different mentality.
Yes.
I'm hot for
I'm asking your opinion.
And I think Lawbringer or Kensei is the best.
Okay.
But Toetmined is PG mentality. Which is already bad gaming, so you shouldn't trust me. But whatever. PG mentality. He thinks Kong is the best. He can go Kong solo mid and win. I disagree hard with this. But it's whatever. It's their choice. Everyone has their proper right opinion. So, what I think is Kong can be played mid because players are bad. But Kong is not the best.
Okay.
Kong is not the best because if players are good, they can react to bash. They can react to bash on peer-to-peer and they can react to bash on the this.
But I thought you said it was unreactable.
We're talking about testing grounds.
Yeah. Talking about testing grounds.
We're talking about testing grounds.
On testing ground, they cannot react to bash. But has silencers destroyed in PG in testing ground.
Huh?
Did we play Scream against you? Yes, we played. Who won?
You won.
Okay, team that doesn't have Kong. Therefore, conclusion is.
But was your win attributed to mid lane only?
Yes.
It was only.
Okay. I see.
So it was
We
only
didn't
mid
have a
lane.
single fucking point. And it was mid fault.
Listen. It's like
You didn't do shit.
it's like 1.5 versus 2 in 2v2.
Wait, what do you mean?
So it's basically a destroy, and Danko helped me a bit
Mhm.
because Ghost is away for 1 week.
Versus 2 brain AFK members from my team.
What?
Oh
No way!
The scrims we did. The scrims we did in testing
Call
grounds.
out.
You should have been in our Discord.
Oh,
You should have been in
no.
our Discord while we did that
Is
scrims.
he brain dead? Is he brain dead? Tell me right now. Adamiak is brain dead.
Okay.
Toetmined. Is he brain dead? Toetmined.
Who?
Herman.
Ah.
Is he brain dead?
Herman, you cannot tell me you haven't been brained during those scrims we did against Hotspot.
Wow!
Okay, dude.
No
Yo,
way!
there's some heat today, brother. Heat.
Dulur. My Romanian. Is he brain dead?
Me included, by the way. All of us 4.
Wow!
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You
yeah,
are stupid.
okay.
Soresu, we have to change the topics. We have to talk about this.
No, we really don't, actually.
Yes, we do.
We actually don't.
Chat, vote.
Vote.
Chat, what do we talk about? Do we talk about transition to one support?
No,
Or
we
do we
talked about that.
Dulur being traded?
It's not transition from 1 to 4.
No, we're
talking about the
test-
meta.
Yeah.
in
Shut up.
testing grounds.
Wait. Herman said something in chat.
He's been saying a lot of things.
Adam and Dude were arguing over KDA of all things. I mean, I agree with him. KDA is very important. That's the
KDA
reason why.
is not important.
Wow, we have
It's
new
not.
topic. We
It's
have new
not
topic.
important.
Is KDA important, yes or no?
Yes.
No,
It
KDA
is.
is not important.
Danko.
KDA is
So-
very-
So Otto is bad. Or what's going on?
Okay, I want to understand something. Am I not the best player because I have the top KD on my team? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Wow. Big disagreement. Big.
That's fine.
No.
That's fine. Your KDA means jack squat if your team can't rotate properly. I don't care if you
Whoa.
are 20-2, you will get out rotated and lose.
Wow. I mean, like they need to understand that I'm Nu acum.
Oh no.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Barak.
So KDA. I believe that if I'm 20-2, I'm a radioactive weapon, and I need to be placed on the team. I'm like a maniac. I send whatever they send me, I kill.
So
And they need to
I
feel me.
will agree that for an assassin player, obviously kills are important because
Why
assassin
is
renown
assassin
is
is underpowered?
what?
But Berserk is an assassin. We're talking about testing grounds still.
Yeah.
Ah.
Holy
okay.
fudge, Barak! Oh my god!
Dude, I
I understand that assassins need kills, and if Zerk and PK and all that are going to come into the meta, that
yes,
they're going to
I
need to
think I
get
want
kills.
To talk about this. I think I want to talk about this.
But
True
KDA,
strategy is to let the non-assassin player get the assist. That's very pro strategy.
yes, that is,
Every
but
time
it
when I
doesn't
play
always work
Warlock,
out that way,
I
right?
get Danko, get the kill. I do this as focus. Wow. I let Danko get the kill so he can get renowned. But even if I do this, he's still bottom of the scoreboard. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I let him get the kill.
It doesn't matter. Like KDA is not important.
No. Listen, I get him. Let him get all the kills, and he's still bottom of the scoreboard.
It's because assassin
Listen,
renown
listen,
and
listen.
objective like point gain is
No.
whack. We know
Assassin down
this.
is broken. Is brokenly good if you can get a kill.
Is
Okay,
okay.
Danko.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. What did you just say? I can't.
So when assassin get renown,
Yes.
if they get killed,
Yes.
they destroy.
No.
They destroy. They get tier 40 in 2 minutes.
Yes,
2
that
minutes.
is good.
2 fights. Good.
Yes, if you
Yes.
get your tier 4 in 2 minutes, it seems pretty good. You can pop it
Okay,
probably
so
3 times.
Assassin is broken then.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Listen,
I do too.
Listen. Listen. Soresu, it depends on your teammates. If your teammates let assassin get killed, Assassin gets tier 4 very easy, and heavy get tier 4 kinda semi-easy. You understand? But the fact that I let Danko get every kill, and he still bottom score, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. And I talk with him every
How is
day. I
it
talk-
my fault if I get every kill and I'm still bottom scorer? How?
Chat, I want your opinion. Is Danko bad?
Danko, please confirm. Are you bad?
Yes, I am trash.
Everyone confirm. Danko is bad.
No,
Moving
Danko
on.
is not bad.
Please, next question.
Please, next question. No, because I'm trying to actually talk about this, and you keep hijacking it, you Papega. So we're gonna keep talking about it until you know.
Okay, I have finished what I want to say.
Are you sure? Okay, I give it. Uh-oh. My Discord keeps freezing.
Oh, we're back.
Okay,
boys.
we're back, probably for the best.
Nice.
Okay, so what what is Barak doing? Oh god.
I'm sorry, I'll mute myself. I go take a shit.
What?
All right.
Okay.
Soresu,
Okay,
wanna
so
keep talking?
then if with these changes we're gonna see Warlord still because yikes, because his team fighting is still really good. Even though bash ganks probably aren't going to be as prevalent because of the reducing damage, he'll start with probably be used. So does that mean we're going to be relying more on ganks from like a berserker or a shaman to be able to get good damage in, or is this going to force more of a team fighting meta over anything else?
Sure. I think better ganks with like those lead characters, like shaman, especially, will be like dominant in terms of the force meta. But fights in general, most likely, if the damage numbers get adjusted, will take longer in general, which will make ganking like, I don't know,
Not as prevalent like it is.
like it just takes so much more time if everything does less damage.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Which is why I'm curious if this basically just means a change like this is going to be pushing a team fighting meta over a ganking meta, which I think would be significantly more interesting to watch than.
I don't think team fights will be more. Actually, maybe they do, but you can now stall a bit easier on points.
You're gonna live longer through ganks, basically.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take more ganks to kill somebody.
So
and there's gonna be less damage.
A bit.
Yeah, and it just what this feels like to me is a team fighting meta, like what it's going to turn into.
Most likely.
What do you think,
more.
Danko?
Just not completely, but a bit more.
Yeah, kinda. But also 1v1s will get a bit more common.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I
of course this will affect the meta. We won't know. We can't predict it completely, but it will definitely change.
Yeah, I actually would love to see a meta shift from being more gank heavy to being more team fight heavy. I think it's a lot more interesting to watch. I think it's a lot more interesting and fun to play, personally. I don't know. I was gonna ask Barak.
Also a bit more fun to commentate.
Yeah, for sure, because you there's more to keep up with. It's less about, well, okay, it's 1v2. There's a shaman. This guy's gonna GB bleed. You know, I feel like Verb might have a better time. Okay, Barak,
So
do you
versus shaman?
No.
Depends what character I play. I play berserker or warlord.
Okay, so you're not paying attention. No, I
pay attention. We're talking about shaman 1v2.
Yes, but that's not what I was asking you about. I was asking because everything does less damage, and how revenge is. It feels like ganking is going to become less prevalent, especially from a bash perspective, because we're not gonna have as much BP. We might have some warlord and stuff like that, but warlord is more going to be played for his team fighting prowess than his headbutt ganks. So do you feel like ganking is going to be not as prevalent and overall worse if the testing ground changes go live, as opposed to how For Honor is now?
I think we might reduce the number of ganks, not necessarily due to characters, but due to imperfection of ganking. As Danko is not a perfect ganker. He gotta confirm this. He fucks up some ganks.
Okay.
And no, I haven't finished my set.
Yeah. Okay.
Therefore, I think I will 1v1 a bit more with Berserker. I will destroy a bit more set mix. And then maybe if I lose, I turtle up a bit and I send Danko come my way. But
Okay.
it's 50-50. Danko has audio issues, and sometimes he cannot hear me. So it's like 50-50 if he comes or not.
Okay, I'm not sure how this is relevant to the question I asked. Okay, so do you think that it could...
No.
that
You ask question if I 1v1 or not, and I say I most of the time destroy. And I say if I destroy, I do not need ganker. But if I don't destroy, I need ganker. And if I need ganker, it's 50-50 because Danko doesn't hear me for some reason.
Do you destroy against the Bash heroes in testing grounds?
Bash heroes OP.
So you do not destroy against Bash heroes in testing grounds?
Depends who play Bash hero.
Let's say Herman plays Bash hero. Do you destroy? You destroy.
I destroy.
Destroy.
I think it's like 60-40.
Oh my god. Okay,
Danko,
so...
can you confirm this?
Uh,
Can you
I
confirm
can
this?
confirm. Barak can destroy. Yeah.
If Herman plays a Bash hero.
Yes.
I still think he can destroy.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so Barak,
You know who I cannot destroy? I cannot destroy Toetmined. He's God of Reeds. I gotta admit, Toetmined is a very good player.
you just called him a bad player not but 35 minutes ago.
No!
Oh my god!
I did not!
Yes, you did!
Why what's in my mouth? I know say that Herman is bad player. I say I destroy 64%. Let me close the fucking door! I'm back.
Oh my god. Yeah, you call. Yeah, Marcus just said you call his whole
Barak
team
destroyed
bad.
the door, dude.
Okay, so let's
Wait,
no,
Martin
Barak.
Marcus has good comment.
Okay, so you just
Listen, he has good comment. You need to respect his comment. You called his whole team bad. You fucking Pepega.
yes, you did.
Martin Marcus, I disagree with you.
What?
I disagree.
Well, you can't because somebody can
I
go
think
back
Dulur is
in the
very good player.
bond. In the bond, sorry.
If you recall, Dulur has barely won against me in 1v1. So I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player that doesn't fucking use lights and doesn't like spam and somehow gets lucky every time.
You're lucky.
But that's his excuses.
Okay.
In reality, he's a
So
good player.
I have
gotta
a question,
admit, Dulur-
Barak. No, Barak. Why are you?
Dulur,
So you're
you're a good player.
early.
I like you, Dulur.
You earlier you said that you were going to you think there was going to be a reduction in the amount of ganks. Does that mean that you feel like that's going to be more of a team fighting meta if these changes go live?
1 second. I'm thinking about this. This is a very hard question.
This has not been a normal podcast so far. So
No, it has not. This is the craziest one, and I've had Legion on, and this is tame in comparison to what Legion, Setmix, and Kai were like.
Oh yes. I agree. 1v1 will be more frequent, unless people realize that they can run away from me, and they will not get destroyed as fast.
But what about team fighting? I asked about team fighting. Is this going to be more team fighting over ganking?
If it's 1v1 more frequent, that means one player will go team fight, and team fight become bigger.
Okay.
And if it becomes
So
bigger,
then you think team fighting will be
team
more
fight.
prevalent?
It's like bam.
One player go team fight, and team fight will become bigger, and then bam. Nice, dude.
Holy
Really nice
fudge,
explanation.
dude.
Yeah, there, Barak.
Okay, so you think team fighting probably will be more prevalent then?
Yes.
Okay, I tend to agree. And we're
Plus. Danko, plus up.
I agree.
Toetmined. Plus up.
So then, is
Wait. What? Danko no plus up. No,
I did.
Toetmined,
I
no,
plus
plus
up.
No, Toetmined, no plus up. Toetmined, present your argument.
He's already
I
talked.
want to rehear your statement so I can completely agree or not.
So one player they all become bigger. And then bam, bam, bam.
How does one player become bigger?
Because one player no gang, so they become
Mhm.
bigger. And then
Holy moly.
One player leaves the
No, I
game.
don't understand your situation you're trying to do.
This,
No,
the
There's
subject.
one player
this is
fighting a
normal team
1v1
fight.
on a
if one more guy come,
on a
if
home
one more
point.
guy come, if he's coming, become bigger.
Okay, so there is a 1v2, and one player leaves because the other guy can 1v1. It means the
Mhm.
team fight somewhere else will become bigger because there's 1v1 instead of 2v1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all
So
he
it's
says,
bam,
basically.
bam, bam again, dude. It's bam, 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 dude. It's
So
bam,
there
bam,
will
bam,
most likely be a 3v3 somewhere slash 2v3 or anything.
Here's the thing about free. Free, it's sometimes way too much dependent on fits. So
Mhm.
therefore, players not good mechanical. I gotta prove. I no call out name yet. Danko, you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
It's gonna win 4v2, no 3v3 because they have fits. And that is interesting gameplay. I agree. Toetmined, you have the stage.
Okay, so a consensus has pretty much been reached that it's, for the most part, it's probably going to be more of a team fighting meta. We're going to see more 1v1s. We're going to see less ganking. I also wonder if that's going to mean that there will be less rotations centered around trying to gank somebody, or if the rotations are going to be more to winning a team fight properly. Because right now it's ganking so prevalent, you're gonna have people rotating to try and just kill somebody really quick in a 1v2 and then go somewhere else. I think that's going to change with it. I think that changes with the testing ground stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question that I wanted to touch on was recovery changes. I know as a Kensei player, I noticed recoveries on chain finishers pretty are pretty high. So I'm hoping that these changes will help with that. But have you guys noticed any of these recovery changes being super helpful for the characters that you play, or no?
First, the recovery changes, I think, only count on block or hit, not on whiff. So if you whiff the attack, it doesn't matter. It's the same as before.
Mm-hmm.
But on hit or block, yeah, definitely helps. It's faster. You can feel it.
That's why I still dislike my Conqueror lights against minions really much.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if I'm about to get plunged and I'm currently clearing minions with light attacks, then I will take a lot of time to be able to jump away from the plunge attack.
Yeah.
Like the recovery on Conquest is like insanely long.
I was really hoping with these changes that they would pretty much eliminate the blocked light guarantees a guard break. But that is, as far as I'm aware, that's not the case. I'm pretty sure that's still a thing. Is that something that you think is healthy for the game? Like somebody's trying to anti-gank, so they throw out a light attack, and then it's blocked and they get a free GB? Like, is that something that's healthy? Or do you think it's fine?
Not at all, in my opinion. I think that's the main thing from holding 44 back from being a good game mode.
Oh my god, he did it again. Okay.
Yeah, but as I said, like that your teammate can confirm a guard break on a blocked light from an opponent on your teammate is one of the worst things about 44 or like 2v2 too, because there it can happen too, of course. That just shouldn't be the case. That is the last, like one of the last things that supports the turtle thing in a 1v2, I guess, in a 44.
Yeah.
Like you can't be, you basically can't be aggressive if you do not have a chain and superior lights. Not superior lights. Is it called superior lights?
Enhanced lights, yeah.
Enhanced lights.
Yeah.
If you don't have enhanced lights into a chain, then you cannot be. Then you basically can't throw out lights in a 2v1, which may hold you back from doing it a lot in a 1v2 situation, which is one of the worst things about 44.
Okay. Same question to you, Danko. Do you think the block light guaranteeing a guard break is something good? There's something that should be changed?
I don't think it's good. It's not healthy. Of course, for me as a shaman player, it's really good. Yeah, I love it.
Right. Yeah.
But it should be changed. I don't like
Yeah.
it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even with the prevalence in ganking being reduced, or like at least seemingly being reduced, I think it may not be as big of a problem because you may not have as many opportunities. But I think we should encourage people to push more buttons, and that the type of counterplay in the 1v2 if somebody is pushing a lot of buttons is to get a parry or something like that, not just like a simple block to, you know, push a gank forward to where it needs to be.
That's a funny thing I had in 44s. I always wanted to parry attacks instead of just blocking them and let my teammate get a guard break. Like I always tried to parry, and that just had to be taught to me that I should just block and not parry in a 2v1.
So you stop parrying heavies? You stop parrying heavies? You stop parrying heavies?
A lot of dual players have this problem with parrying glides in 1v2s as well.
Yeah. That's also a thing I had to learn in the transition I had. Like that's one of the things you learn at the really early stage in the transition. But my transition is not over at all. Like I still have to learn so many things in 44s.
Yeah. Okay. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about in this subject or in this topic before we end? Barak is drunk off of his gourd, and we probably should cut this here. Are you guys good? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I might need to think about this for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
You can ask Barak a question meanwhile.
Hey, Barak, can you hear me? Barak? No, he can't hear me because he unplugged his headset. Okay.
There we go.
No.
Okay, Barak, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you believe that the block light guaranteeing a guard break is healthy for the game? Yes or no?
Say again. Do you agree that block light makes what?
That if you block a light, you get a guaranteed guard break unless that light is enhanced. So is that something that's healthy for the game? Yes or no? What do you think? Both Toet and Danko said that it's not good for the game.
Wow, this is very good question. I don't know. I think
Okay.
it's pretty hard. That's why only the best can do it.
Okay, it is
But here's the
difficult.
thing.
Yes.
So if you block light, Danko gets 3 GP.
Right.
Yes,
Which Danko said that he liked as a shaman player, but overall the
You would
mechanic
rather
was
get 3
bad.
GP because he fuck up every GP and he wants no fucking excuse for fucking up GP.
Okay.
I think that's the real opinion. I agree. Danko doesn't want to have he wants to have excuse for not fucking up GP. But here's big but. I think light should be interesting punish because it's a fast attack. Especially with the changes, it's very hard to block light. Even neutral light.
Okay.
Even neutral light. 500 milliseconds. I've seen Chaos Art get hit by every light. Agreed?
Okay. So do you think it's something that would be better?
Listen,
Wait,
listen.
no. Wait.
If you block the light,
Yeah.
you get GP.
Yes.
If he doesn't block the light, you get heavy, which is wow damage. It can be up to 35, I think. Right,
Well, not in
Danko?
the testing grounds.
Yeah.
Okay, it can be up to 30 plus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
40 damage for 1 GP. It's big reads You need to understand what enemy think. You need to be in their brain. 2 brains at one time. Otherwise, you don't have chance to 1v2 unless they're fucking Russians and you like spam and you win. Understand?
Okay, so are you more in favor of the block lights guaranteeing a GB with the testing grounds how it is currently, because lights are so hard to block right now?
Very hard. Yes.
Okay, so you're okay with it and how the testing grounds is in its current form?
Yes.
Okay. Toad is shaking his head. Do you not agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. Not a
Okay.
single
Let's
bit.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh my God.
All right. Start, Barak. Start.
I start.
Yes,
I
you
think
start.
light is very hard to block. I think I 1v1 Danko, I 1v1 Salsa, I 1v1 Ghost. I destroy them all.
I just-
They never block. They never block light.
400 ms lights, yes. Chain lights.
No,
They're
no,
very
no,
hard
no,
to
no,
block.
no, no, no. They never block neutral light either. Have you
That's
played
a
against
lie.
your? Have you
That
played?
is.
That is not true. I show you what. It's true.
Okay.
Dude,
show you
you
what- I
cannot
show you
tell
what-
me your teammates cannot block neutral lights in this patch.
It's very hard to react.
What are you on about?
It's-
I think that neutral lights. It's you gotta like stay like this. You gotta stay like this to focus to lights. You understand?
I don't.
Okay, so you know how you stay at reaction time, you stay like this to focus for a green to come. Bam, green come. I press button.
Yeah,
For,
if I want to get a 170 ms reaction time again, but
Okay,
if-
why you never get 170 millisecond reaction time? Because you don't stay like this. I think for light, you have to stay like this. And you like,
no,
oh, I block. Oh, I don't block.
they are not that hard to block.
And then listen. When I block, Danko still fucks up GB. It's like 50-50.
I keep coming back to this. Oh my God.
What did you say?
I said that Danko fucks up GBs on block light.
Okay.
But
So-
Danko not getting the GBs doesn't have to do with him not blocking lights for GBs.
What are you talking about?
We're talking
I'm
about.
talking about the situation that
No, I am not getting the GBs because he can't block lights.
yeah,
Dude,
Barak.
Listen.
Just
You
because
know-
you're unable to play the game doesn't mean others are.
Shut up. You know how I have to stay like this to block lights? Danko has to stay like this. Like even more, like this to GB for light. You understand?
It's not true.
Let's stay like this to GB for light because it's very fast reaction time. It's like Danko has no reaction time. So he has to stay like this. And like you block light. Oh GB! Ah, I fuck up. Barak, don't rape me, please. No!
But Barak, Barak, here's the thing. Danko dodges more bashes than you do.
Whoa.
I mean, I have better reactions than Barak, yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, how about we do this? 1v1 tomorrow. Tomorrow, money match. When I'm sober. Tomorrow, money match when I'm sober. I'm down to play with you.
Against
Me
me or
or
Danko?
No, against you.
Who?
If you should talk
Me
me
or
this much,
Danko?
if you should, listen, if you should talk this much, money match tomorrow.
So me.
Why not now? Yeah, why not now?
Okay.
Because I have a reaction shit. Agreed?
Reaction shit.
Right now, reaction shit.
Oh.
But after I talk to my reaction therapist, Adam Yak, and I get good sleep, I get good exercise, I get good healthy food, my reaction's strong.
No,
I
Very
didn't
strong.
say your reactions
Very
are the
strong.
worst. I said Danko dodges more bashes than you do.
Danko!
Yeah, Danko.
I
Yeah.
want to rematch. I want to 1v1 money match Toetmined. Because
Okay.
because I win. Because I win if I have good reactions. So Toetmined, if you keep shit talking me, how about you fucking money?
I'm not shit talking you.
You say that Danko dodges more bashes.
Yes, he
Probably
does.
true. It's probably fucking true because I
Yeah,
cannot
so what is the shit talk about it?
okay. I
If
say
it's
Yeah,
true.
he is not.
I say
There's a Barak. There's a difference between criticizing somebody's play and calling them bad.
I have a question, Toetmined. Are you
Yeah?
criticizing me or are you calling me bad?
I'm saying Danko dodges more bashes than you do. I'm
Okay,
saying Danko is better at dodging bashes than you are.
Moving on! The next question, Soresu. Next question, Soresu. Soresu, please, next question.
I have run out of questions. We are
No,
we are fresh out.
I have
Like-
questions myself. I have questions myself.
Okay, you have questions
Danko.
yourself. Let's
Danko.
go.
Go on. Go.
Danko, how has
Yes?
it been to be captain?
I've already asked that. I literally asked that an hour ago.
No.
Oh no, Discord's freezing again, chat.
Okay, make the no.
Oh, we've lost Barak, dude.
We have lost Barak.
We've lost Barak. Oh, and we lost. Oh no, Toad's back. Okay, Toad's back.
Yep, I'm back.
I am here.
Danko. Why no answer? Why no answer?
Because
Discord was having problems. Man.
No answer. No answer every time.
what answer? What do you want me to answer, please?
I called you voice chat.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a podcast. I can't be see with you.
So you
Fuck you,
just,
Herman.
so you just
Fuck you,
called,
Herman.
you
I want
called.
to use this stream. I want to use this stream to fuck you, Herman. Thank you. Moving on.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Moving
whoa,
on.
whoa.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on.
Fuck Tamir too.
Please.
Tamir, what the fuck? You too.
What?
Moving on. So next question.
I told you I'm out of questions, my dude. Y'all have derailed this so much. Like,
Danko!
Barak, how about you mute yourself for 2 minutes?
Why?
why?
Because you're... Okay, boy.
Why?
Okay, I'll mute myself. And then you see the stream dies.
Okay.
Listen, I leave the voice chat. I fucking
No, you do not leave the
You
voice
leave
chat.
voice
You
chat.
do not leave
leave
the
voice
voice
chat.
chat.
and all your viewers are gone. Bye bye.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
Danko, do you agree?
What,
That you
what
dodge
should I
more
agree
bashes than
with? I
Barak.
don't know. I agree that I don't even know. I'm confused. I don't know what's the question.
He's asking if you dodged more bashes than Barak does.
Oh, before the testing grounds, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But in the testing grounds, we are even. I can react more than 50% of the time.
Mhm.
It's more like 40, and that is not consistent at all. So I just get hit.
Did you know that you can now dodge the level 1 bash on movement and get a guard break? From Conqueror.
No, I don't. I didn't. Good to know. I
That's
guess.
been a thing that annoys me that annoyed me in the Coliseum when I played against Taco. Because he did that all the time.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, so, do you think Barak will come back?
No,
or-
he
I
literally
don't-
said
I don't think
he
so.
literally said in chat, "I GG's, it's over. I don't join back if no apology from Tote."
Oh yeah, I apologize, Barak, for criticizing you. Come back.
Well, you should
right now.
you should never apologize for criticizing somebody. If Barak is going to be a man child,
Listen here,
Welcome back, number 1.
Listen here, Torman. Listen here,
Well,
Torman.
if-
Listen to me.
no,
Listen
I'm
to
listening.
I have the floor. I talk.
no,
Toetmined has big ego, has big things is good because he fucking won mid 1v1, barely won against never played fucking mid 1v1 player, and now things is good. Now things is like, oh Barakit, money match, I'm gonna fucking beat you. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm gonna fucking beat you. You have no idea what's going on. You want one mid 1v1 because I don't fucking play mid. I haven't played mid since fucking Skeptic quit the game. You understand? Understand? And now you barely won with against my low bringer with Conqueror. Now you think you're the shit. No,
that's not okay.
no, you're not the
Okay.
shit. I tell you right now. I'm honest. Be honest. You're not the shit.
Yes, I agree.
Dino has a really good point. I like how Barak told Toad he was a good player like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, you
I know. Listen. Listen, this is banter. I like Toetmined. He's a very nice player. He's a very nice person.
I like Barak too. Okay.
He's a very nice person too. I just talk to him like this because he understands my joke. He knows.
and you're also drunk.
I fucking love him.
That too.
If we're fucking gay, I would fuck. Okay, you know what? This is my. this is
Oh
the one.
my
This is the
god.
one. Okay. Let's go. Hi, I'm Herman. Nice.
Okay, so I'm done
No,
with
I didn't
topics.
finish talking.
What?
Toetmined, I respect you very much as a player, even though I don't respect the fucking pick. But, please don't be offensive to me. I will 1v on you.
Stop being
I
a man
will-
child, Barak.
I'm not a man.
Okay, stop being a child. Whatever.
Okay, you know what? I will stop being a child. I will just fucking go on mute and let Toetmined talk about his fucking Conk 1v1 mid and fucking how to destroy Silencer, which he doesn't.
I never said I destroy Silencer. Barak,
Can we get Legion to join as well?
remember,
Yeah.
remember the last money match, Barak.
It was not money much. It was something else.
It was a money match. You gave
Listen, it
Ghost
was-
$10.
It was a bet that I can come back from fucking 300 to 0, which was very close. It was like 500 to like 496.
So you didn't
and
do
I
it
almost
though.
come back from 300 to 0.
So you,
And
but
if
you
you know
didn't.
you're fucking good that I didn't come back against you, but like, wow. I didn't come back against you. You're a very good player. Fucking round of applause. Danko applause as well. Danko. Very good.
I feel so sorry for Danko, dude. Danko is just like a hostage at this point. I also don't know why Barak continually looks to Danko for validation.
Approval? Listen,
He does.
I don't look for validation. I look for approval because if
Validation is a.
people,
Holy cow. I'm about to lose it, dude. I'm about to lose it.
listen. If I have Danko validation, it means I have 50%, which is almost majority. If I have majority approval, that means I'm not necessarily right, but majority agrees with me.
Very cool.
Yes, that's very true. If majority agrees with you, majority agrees with you, indeed.
Yo, that's a big 5 head right there, chat. If the majority agrees with you, then the majority agrees with you. 5 head, dude.
Okay, you guys go talk about light spam. I don't want to join.
We're not
I
talking
tell you
about
I
light spam.
destroy. I don't want to join.
I've been trying to end the podcast for 30 minutes. I've been
Barak.
trying. And Barak.
Okay, dude. Listen, you stream on Streamlabs or OBS? Streamlabs or OBS?
I have OBS, Stream Elements, OBS.
Okay. You know how you have button for stop streaming? No, you have button for stop streaming.
You're being an ignorant fool again, Barak.
No,
No.
I think he
No.
means it in a good way.
I tell you, if you want to stop stream, you press that button.
Yes, I understand how to
Go.
stop stream, but I also have this on YouTube, so I have a little outro. I don't just push the stream stop button.
Are you Googling on YouTube? Are you Googling on YouTube how to stop stream? I tell you right now. I
Okay.
tell you right now, dude. I tell you right now. It's
All
like
right, no,
not
no,
hard, not hard.
I mean,
Okay,
I can
understand.
I can solve this problem very, very easily. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess
All right.
Barak is gone. Okay, I was just going to mute Discord and then just do my outro. Okay, so it was fun, Barak. Barak can't even hear. You guys can't see, but he's nope, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
He fucked up the overlay for the 4th time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys being on here through the discussion, despite the, you know, Barak and all that jazz. We actually had
Slight complications.
Yeah, slight complications, but we actually had some good discussions. We talking about like the block lights and talking about mainly like the changes with the testing grounds. We talked about some pretty good stuff. I feel like. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Is there anything you guys want to plug before? I'll plug for Barak since he's not here to talk about himself anymore. Is there anything that you guys wanted to plug, your own channels or, you know, stuff like that before we head off?
Only one video, basically, I guess.
Okay.
One specific video from my channel, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
What is this video about, Mr. Toetmined?
The new Genjun tech in testing grounds and just basic Genjun problems he has about his mix-ups that are not mix-ups because of that problem.
Gotcha. Oh no, Toetmined video. Yeah, Toetmined content, guys. Feels good, man. I also have his Twitch is right here as well, and then obviously his YouTube is there too, but yeah, you can click that link to go there. Danko, is there anything you wanted to plug before we head off for the day?
No, I don't use any. I'm just here.
You don't use anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would like, you know, Danko streams, big gameplay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, and for me, you can follow the stream, obviously, but you can follow me on social media at Soresu5. And then if you want a link to my Discord, message me on Twitch and I can give it to you, because I've had people come in and try to troll my Discord. So now I no longer have an invite. Somebody ruined it for everybody. Feels bad.
Right.
Let's try and find somebody to host before we take off. Is there anybody?
Faram is online.
Faram? Heck, that guy, dude.
Yo, what the?
I try to host people who have less viewers than me. Like, I don't like hosting big streamers because I feel like it's just an attention grab, and I'm not a big fan. I'd rather host somebody who needs the help. Yo, Rex is on. We could do Rex. Actually, let's look. There's Slack God, but I host Slack God before. Is there anybody you guys like on here that has not a lot of viewers?
Twitch TV/Rawit, who doesn't stream.
Rawit? Yeah, dude. Rawit, yo, go live, Mr. Raw. Are you here?
_arena is streaming.
Go live.
And he's trying testing grounds. I think it's very good.
Oh, wait, yo, Raven's streaming? Bro.
Raven is streaming.
The Arena. The _arena. Where is he? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is. He literally has 0 viewers. Is he just starting his stream? No, he's not. Yo, the hair is on point. On point. Okay, guys. We'll raid him. We'll raid Mr. Raven. All right, thank you guys for being on, and I appreciate all the follows for YouTube. I appreciate you guys watching this as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can have my own URL. So please, if you like the content, please subscribe so my URL is no longer this long, but it's this long. I would appreciate it greatly. But thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys next time.